Hello? Hello? Every VOD is just gonna start with me asking hello question mark. That's just
I mean, I do that all the time on my stream.
yeah. That's streamer moment. Anyways,
Mhm.
hi, and welcome to the third session of World of Syklos for the ARISEN. We still do not know what that title means, but we'll find out maybe. Anyways, last time I'm just gonna do this super fast about it. Last time and session 2, we started at 12's Rising. The party handled all of their handled their payment from Strixie, receiving gemstones instead of gold, which they traded in for money at Lucky Top Adventuring Goods, a little shop run by two elderly halflings. After buying a lot of stuff, the party went on the road and unexpectedly ran into Kynes again, who seems to have bad luck staying on a cart. And well, thankfully this time it wasn't because of any fault of his own, but rather through an act of selflessness. As accompanying him, the party went to go rescue a tiefling named Vanity. Part of a duo of traveling tieflings, the other one being Honesty, or you all rescued them from being potentially sacrificed by a goblin cult to a mysterious figure you believe is the statue that they call the Gracious One. After that, the three of them asked if there's any room for your cart, since it's apparently all of you were headed to Lumeria. And well, it's been a few days since then. How many days? Don't ask me. I am terrible at keeping track of time in D&D. I'm just gonna say days. Less than a week, though. And, well, ever since then, the party has just been traveling on the road at least 2. Probably at least 4, I'd say. I'm terrible at time and distance. Don't ask me to map out a fantasy map. I am terrible at it. Anyways, yes. And then, well, the party's made camp several times, including in this one night. By this point, the party is just about reaching Lumeria, the city of light, the capital city of the kingdom of Fion, located just about at the center of the current continent. But, well, as the night progresses, we first turn our attention inside the mind of one of you in a dream. Via, you're up. Say switch screen.
What am I supposed to say?
Well, let me do this. Did I? Oh god, the MusicBot website is currently
Dead.
Yeah, MusicBot website. I'm just gonna keep this music then. Okay, good. Yep. Via, you're in a dream. I'm not showing you anything. Don't worry.
Oh,
You're in a
okay.
dream. Dreams for you are somewhat odd, mainly because of the way half-elves dream, or rather, don't dream. Elves, if anyone didn't know, don't typically dream, nor do they typically sleep in the normal sense. Elves usually wind up in a state of trance, a meditative state where instead of dreams, they tap into memories, those of their ancestors, those of the elves that came before them, and gather along the knowledge passed down across the long lifespan and generations of elves. Half-elves, though, have always been an oddity among the elves. Part of the reason that high elves and Queen's Keep don't treat half-elves with the same regard is not just because of their human blood, but because of their lack of connection to those that make elves able to retain so much of their long-lived knowledge. Instead of reliving the experiences of your past ancestors, Via, as a half-elf, you instead recall your own dreams. However, they are not perfectly accurate as a human in the same way that a human dreams. You currently find yourself in a young state, about that age when you're around 7. You're in a room. You're in one of the rooms with the teachers at Syklos Academy. It's very familiar. You were taken here quite so often by your father. Except, well, the one besides you right now isn't your father, but a woman with golden hair and very muted violet eyes, kneeling down at you, placing a hand on your shoulder. It's that day.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
god. It's my mom. Sorry. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Sorry, Via.
Oh,
I can't take you with me.
Mom? Where are you going?
I can't say. But it's important. I must go. Keep safe.
Why? Can't I go with you?
No, it's. She cuts off and doesn't explain.
Mom?
It's important. I have to go. Know
But-
that I
But I don't
love
want you to go.
Know that I love your father. It's not anything to do with either of you. But
It's me, isn't it?
no, you are wonderful, Via.
You're lying!
She
You
doesn't-
don't love me!
Happy Mother's Day. Oh my god, it is.
Guys, stop
Anyways.
making it worse!
She instead just turns to look at the door. There are things going on that I can't explain. Not to you. It's better if you don't.
Why?
You'll find the answers in due time, or if good things happen, you might never. But this is hard on me too. But I have to go. Starts to walk.
No! Via's trying to go after her. No, don't go! She's gonna try and pull on her sleeves. Please don't leave me! Don't leave me! I don't want to be alone!
You'll have your father. Via. I'm sorry. But I have to go. And well, the memory, your dream of the memory is quite is accurate, at least for this part. This conversation is about how you thought it would go. However, as dreams typically tend to do, things start to warp a little. A mix of the recollection of the elven blood within you, as well as the muddy, dreamlike state that humans put themselves under as she starts to walk to the door. Instead of a door, you see what instead equates to like a large stone chasm on the side of a wall. And well, instead of whoever you saw going with her that day, you instead see this as turning to look. I'll be fine. As
Don't go! Don't leave me!
as the figure of a large goblin just stands to look over you, crooked smile and a hooked nose glances its way towards your direction. With a satisfied and smug grin, he puts his hand on the back of your mother as towards the large hole you see your mother walk down and seemingly fall into an endless void. How are you feeling right now, Fia?
Panic? Like real? like her in a dream? Like young Via or older Via? Oh, young Via? Devastated,
You.
sad, crying. What?
Up to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Young Via, this Via right here. She's fallen into despair. She's sad. She's crying. She's just lost her mom. What do you expect she's gonna feel?
As the memory resounds in your mind, you feel these emotions, these conflicting
Yeah, she's crying.
and these conflicting emotions as tears start to well up in your eyes. Your body is tensing up, and you feel you recall that emotion you felt that day of "it's me, isn't it?" as as the weight of your emotions draw down on you. You feel a bit of energy coursing through you, as not just the sadness, but the arcane energy flowing within you. You've always wondered if it was because of you, because of something wrong with you as well. The magic in your blood starts to overflow, and we turn our attention back to the current hour. We're in the camp.
She's gonna
Yeah.
wake up at the start.
Via, you wake up with a sudden jolt. In a way not too dissimilar from sleep paralysis, your body is unable to move. Instead of that static shock that you feel, instead of that paralysis you instead feel this arcane energy flowing through you. It's been a few days, you haven't cast a lot of magic yet, and the crystals that you've kept in your pocket no longer have any empty space to store these excess energy. The magic you try to contain within yourself is currently overflowing. You are
Wait,
able to wake up.
Can she move? Or she can't move?
You can't move, but you can try something. Up to you. You currently feel this just energy coursing through you, just like it's begging to be let out.
So so she's just lying there right now because she can't move, right? Okay.
You're still in that state of just barely waking up.
Okay. Strixie is asleep, right? Okay.
It's jolting across your body, lightning, fire, cold, a lot of different energy.
Strixie! Wait, can I even speak? Can she even speak?
Yeah. You feel the muscles of your throat and mouth start to loosen up as you are able to speak. You feel your heartbeat faster. You feel your blood rushing to your head as the arcane energy is currently just begging to be released. Your relationship with magic is not the same as Strixie, a wizard who is able to place her hand in the well of magic and carefully carry the drops of water for her to use however you want. You are not the hand that takes from the well. You are a river that can overflow. And as having not casted too much magic in the recent days of travel, that river is currently containing too much right now, and you want to reach out.
Can she try to move?
Yeah, you can try. Roll me a charisma check. D20.
Charisma, not athletics. Really?
Charisma is control over your self, your sense of self.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that over athletics any day.
It's not something you're physically resisting against. You're resisting against yourself.
Charisma check, right?
Yeah, it's a rare check. D20 plus 3. There we go. You are able to temporarily maintain. You are able to temporarily block the flow that keeps your muscles from moving as you reach out towards towards Strixie, who's sleeping right next to you, and with in the groggy state, she goes, "Yeah,
Strixie, my magic, I can't."
She looks at you and she immediately stands up, lifts you above. You've been through this a couple times before already. The very thing that your research is trying to make strides for. He lifts you up and happening again? Yes.
Yeah,
He lifts you up with no extra words needed. With a heavy lifting, thankfully Strixie is much stronger than you, at least relatively. But
Thank God.
She takes you outside to the cold open air where you are able to stand up. Thankfully, with Strixie walking, you feel your muscles start to respond again. You are able to start walking. You are able to start moving on your own. Eventually, stand up on your own. And okay, should be safe here. You can release it.
Okay.
Your magic's begging to be used. However you want to interpret that.
I was just gonna have it explode over her.
Alright.
But she can walk further away and just have either exploded out in waves, or she can just either kind of extrude it out towards the ground where it doesn't have to go too far or something. Like how lightning strikes the ground and just kind of disperse. I like that.
So yeah, that happens as it's not anything too destructive. Your magic is not really that of the type to destroy anything, but it's energy. You're releasing a wave, a pulse.
kind of pink purple energy.
Mm-hmm. As well,
Mm-hmm.
as you do so, you feel everything start to calm down a little more. You still feel a little nervous, but you are able to calm it down. Trixie goes near you and, are you all right?
I, yeah, I think so. I thought I'd been doing pretty well.
Uh, hmm. How are the crystals that you held on to?
Do I have them on me or they're in the tent?
Or, up to you.
Okay, I'll say I have it on me. So we're just gonna take it out
You see
and look at
five.
them.
You see five crystals filled with purplish energy. Trixie takes a look at them and just says, "They're full already." I
I
guess.
guess so.
Well, I guess that is why you lasted this long. Still, seems we'll need something bigger to contain more of the arcane energy within you. But,
We're gonna find something bigger.
well, Strixie pulls out from her pockets the 5 empty ones she still has. We're near enough to the city. If research progresses and I can develop these into something larger, we won't need anything. But if it ever gets like that again, tell me and I'll spare one of these. Via, since
Okay.
you're her
Okay.
research partner, you know that she is holding on to 5 because she needs a lot of samples. Really, if she wanted to complete this research much faster, she could have kept all 10 and had all of them as test experiments, but since she's only working with 5 right now, she knew this would happen and I'll give some to you. And well, luckily it did help, but well, eventually it kind of ran out. But well, that's something. Do you know what triggered it this time?
I.
Any stressful emotions? Any?
Yeah, it's. I didn't. It's been a while. I thought I wouldn't have dreams like that anymore, but I think I don't know if it's a dream or a memory, but I, oh, I saw my mom when I was really young. It's probably a dream, or no, it's definitely a memory too. My mom left me when I was really young, and I don't know. It was something really hard for me. I thought I'd completely forgotten about it, but gotten over it. But maybe deep down I haven't. I don't even know where she is all these years. She never written back. I don't even know if she even cares about me or my dad anymore. I don't even know where she is.
Well,
Oh, why am I even thinking about her again? This is so stupid.
without any words, Trixie just hugs you, just enough to feel comfortable. Zooming out a bit, though, as you do that, the pulse of magical energy is enough to resound through the camp. Not enough to wake any, but it is enough to cause those who are currently awake to notice. Ilphriina, you are awake. Something is happening outside. Ah, you're an elf. You've been awake for a bit already.
Yeah, you only need 4 hours of sleep.
Yep, it's about it's night, but it's closer to noon than it is midnight. Or it's closer to sunrise than it currently is midnight. So you've been awake. Did I hear all that happening outside? I'd say yes. It's a
Like our
quiet.
conversation?
It's well, it's a quiet night, and well, Ilphriina is quite sensitive to hearing, high
Oh,
perception,
okay.
all that.
Well, that was embarrassing.
Hmm. Okay. It's just a moment. You can do with it what you want, or not. I'm gonna go outside. You see the tent beside you all rustling as coming outside is, well, your companion. Oh. Oh. Did we wake you?
Sorry if we were being a little too loud.
Not really, I was already awake.
How I wish I had the ability to only sleep half as long. Human moment. Still, even though she only needs that, our little Via still likes to oversleep, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, you know, I like to stay up late, so I like to sleep in. Well, except today, I guess. Didn't really sleep all this time.
It's fine. I'm sure we'll be able to find some comfortable beds. And I could try and get if we still can't get to the academy within the day, I could try and convince Dad to let you sleep over.
Yeah,
I haven't really talked to him that much then, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
I mean, he is a teacher, a professor, so he's kind of busy.
Her dad.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
her dad. Strixie's dad's also in the school?
No. That's why she's saying that.
Oh.
Yeah, her dad is in the city.
Okay,
And
that
well,
makes more sense.
the academy is currently you can look up and not see the academy yet, so it might still be a bit before the academy flies over Fion again.
I see.
But up to you, Stella or Ilphriina.
Via.
Via. We're working with the bot.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You could try 2 E's like VEE something. Maybe that'll get the sound.
Via is good. Good enough. It's close enough. Yes.
I think Stella can understand why I woke you up specifically.
Do you get nightmares often?
No, not really. Not anymore, at least. This is the first in a while. Maybe I just had restless sleep. I don't know. I suppose I've been staying up too late. Maybe having too much scroll reading.
Do you miss your mother?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I do miss her. I mean, who wouldn't miss their mom? But not like she's gonna be here if I miss her anyways. I mean, yeah, I miss her a little, but my dad loves me a lot and he takes care of me, so I barely think about her all that much anymore.
I'm sure she misses you too.
You think so?
And she would do anything to see you safe.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, she really cared about me. She probably would have written a letter at least back.
Letters, huh? That's me and Violet talking. Trixie looking between you two like, he's noticing something here. Or picking up on something.
He is gonna turn to Trixie. What? Why are you looking at us like that?
I'm like, nothing, it's just, well, I don't need to ask, but Miss Ilphriina, are you... Well, not to pry too much. You know, it's kind of rude to ask an elf her age, but are you perhaps a mother yourself?
What?
Well, you've never really been able to tell Via. You haven't been around too many elves, but Trixie seems to notice something. She asks you, Ilphriina, I don't mean to be rude, but are you a mother yourself? Strixie continues, I don't have a distant relationship with my mother, but, well, that's because, well, my father and I, well, we haven't really. We were just. When we were young, me and my father were just living in a village. It was when he struck it big in a job at Lumeria that we were able to move in. My mother didn't think it was alright to leave our grandparents behind in the village, so she stayed behind. I know what it's like to know that even when they aren't there, they're doing their best, and sometimes it might not just be for us. Is it similar to you? She's asking that to Ilphriina. Trixie reveals something about herself, and that while she may live in Lumeria, her father is basically new money. She didn't always live in the big city. Something about her father's business that struck it big that allowed her to live in the noble district. But Trixie remembers a childhood where she was still an extended family. But, well, most of them were left behind in one of the outer villages of the kingdom. Seems her and her father were the ones who moved in. She studied at the academy, and, well, her father is doing his things. Are you typing, Stella?
I've lived a long time, most of it was just me trying to survive. After the rupture, I never saw my parents ever again. It's been over 500 years since then, and right now, I'm trying to find the one person that made my life happier ever since she arrived.
The Rupture? Oh, I had no idea it was that long ago.
So, you're around 500 years old.
Over 500.
Oh, over.
Via
Oh,
it
that's...
does, via it doesn't take much to put two and two together and know that he's a survivor of when the world nearly ended. Ilphriina lived through the apocalypse, essentially.
Wow,
She's old.
So you're... I haven't met a lot of... Well, actually, they didn't really say anything. I never met a lot of elves that survived the rupture.
It is true that there aren't many. Like a lot of them are either like too young that they can't really remember it, like Ilphriina, which is the rare type, or they're already old enough where the maximum lifespan of an elf is typically around 500 years. So yeah, a lot of them are ones that you don't know. So yeah, we're never too old to talk to them. Or well, a lot maximum lifespan as an elf I think is around 800, but yeah, it's pretty rare. And yeah, she mentioned the one that made and Ilphriina mentioned Strixie will continue. Was it a daughter? Strixie asks. Is that who you've been searching for?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe? You don't remember of your daughter?
I don't want to give too many details until I'm certain that she's safe.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. I'm sure she's somewhere safe in the world. And I'm sure you'll find her soon. Her or him. Her.
I hope so too. there's anything we could help with, I'd be happy to help. It doesn't have to be anything job related. Just, well, you know.
Yeah, I'll also help in any way. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I've seen her before. Since if they're your daughter, they're an elf, right? Full elf?
You're safe. Yeah. You've maybe seen a drow once or twice before, but they're still very rare.
Would they be living the queendom too?
Well, the thing about that is, drow don't live on the surface. When Ilphriina
Oh.
said that she is a survivor from 500 years ago, the drow back then, the drow are in Syklos, but they're not on the surface. When land was being eaten up by the Rupture, the elves, having a widespread kingdom, panicked on where that they would go. Multiple kingdoms and multiple houses suddenly needed to compact into now shrinking landmass. The wood elves took the forest, the high elves took the cities, the drow, seeing their cave networks and mountains burn away outside, saw that not much space was being left behind for them. In a desperate bid to escape the apocalypse, a lot of the drow fled underground. Some of them didn't, and some of them become the very rare half-drow that you see having mingled with humans. But full drow, statistical rarity, Syklos. Most of them live underground, and well, since 500 years, nobody's really known how their civilization has gone. The underground has really not had a connection with the surface. Or after then, since then. But well, that's you. Have anything else to say? Can move forward.
I think that's all I have, unless, Stella has something else for Ilphriina to say.
That's just some lore about the elves. No checks needed. You guys are part elves. You'd know your history. Yes. I'm gonna walk towards Fion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And hold her hand.
Is something going on? I'm a little confused.
You are just like her.
Oh.
Huh? Who? Like who? Yeah. Oh, your daughter?
I'll make sure you stay safe while you accompany us.
Oh, thanks. I think. Well, I look forward to it. Yeah. Can I have my hand back?
I let go and go back to my tent.
He is gonna turn to Strixie and like, oh god, I think I just had a heart attack. No one ever just held my hand like that before. Not saying that, holding your hand is, weird. It's just, a stranger. Well, she's not really a stranger. I guess, I don't know. I guess we're acquaintances now. Does that mean we're friends too? Friends hold each other's hands like that, right?
Yeah, I suppose we could call her that, yeah. Miss Ilphriina sounds like she has a lot of stories to tell.
I mean, she's over 500 years old and she survived the Rupture. Oh god, think of all the history she could tell us.
Believe me, I'd love to ask, but it's a bit too early for that. Maybe if she agrees to stay, we could have her visit the academy. Who knows? Maybe we could help her there.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And also, sorry for waking up so early, and thank you for helping as well.
Fine. Strixie kind of looks to the horizon. The sun's nearly out. We'll be heading out soon anyway.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a little more shut eye before I head out.
Mm-hmm. That's... And, Via?
Hmm?
You're enough.
Oh.
Yep. Just know that, well, since I've known you, you're enough. Always remember that, alright?
Thank you, Strixie.
And well, eventually, the last hour or so passes as the sun eventually rises. It's still very early, like probably like around 6 in the morning, but it's still
early.
Well, you have to get up early so that you can start traveling. As the rest of the party can choose to wake up or stay up, but you're expected to wake up early. Well, eventually though, even if you are trying to sleep, a sound wakes up most of the party. As off the far distance of camp is the sound of musical instrument being played and, well, stopped and then played. It's enough to wake the rest of you up. Someone's practicing. Kind of badly. Hear just the faint sounds of... And then it cuts off hard with a loud, "Damn it, no, that's wrong." Everyone's awake. Right?
Yes.
Finally awake. Oh boy, y'all, the look on my face when I saw that one of you made a child who lost her mom and a mom who lost her child is just... Sometimes these things just happen and they're beautiful. You're finally awake. Cinema. Okay, well, you keep hearing that same set of notes being played over and over again. At first it was quiet, then as the frustration builds, they kind of stop. They kind of stop trying to keep it subtle and just are trying their best. Well,
Yes, our rest is over.
Strixie wakes up and, right, about that time, music coming
V is
from...
also gonna get out of the tent.
Everyone else? I'm gonna go out. Wake up!
Up, everyone! The sun is climbing.
Heinz, there was a tent here. Heinz also heads out. No, the sun! Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What was that sound?
You ask it again and it plays. No, wrong. Again.
Sounds like
Are we getting attacked?
No, it sounds like someone's playing the violin.
And it seems to come from down there. Strixie looks around. Oh, there's only 2 people who aren't here. Oh, the gays.
Should we go check up on them?
perhaps. You need to start getting ready. Chop chop party, wake up.
Okay, Ovia's gonna go check him on the gate.
I assume the rest of y'all follow. As everyone walks down to observe, you find yourselves at a corner of the camp where not two of them. Oh, I'm messaging a male person, that's fine. Instead of finding two of them, you find just one. Honesty, the one that was calling out towards you all for help. She's fiddling with the violin she currently has in her arms, and with a few like rogue sheets of paper that have kind of been scattered by the early morning wind on the grass. He picks one up, scratches out a few lines, and rewrites them. Tries to play them again, and doesn't seem to notice you're there. It's clear it's clear that she's in the process of composing something.
Is she playing or?
She's just writing and rewriting stuff down with what looks like a bit
Okay. So
with
just
strokes
okay.
that don't with strokes that aren't carefully practiced. It's clear she's been at this maybe all night,
Maybe
or at least
Via's
for
gonna
hours.
walk up behind and ask, Miss Honesty?
Ah!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, hello there. It's already morning. Oh,
Were you up the whole night?
just been an hour? Question mark. I don't know. It's just she defeatedly picks up the papers that she's been writing down. Sorry, did I wake you all?
Oh, we had to get up early anyways. But what are you writing?
Oh, it's the song that it's a song that we're supposed to play when we get home. It's just
Oh,
unfinished.
I'm sure you'll get it done soon.
Well,
You look like you're really hard at work.
soon as I was supposed to be finishing it. To get home, Vanity and I were supposed to perform it, but we weren't the original writers of it. It was actually written by a third member.
Wait, where's Vanity?
And she's still asleep. He is a bit of a late riser. I'll wake her up
Oh,
when we need to go. Get ready.
okay.
Fast.
So you had a
Don't
dead
tell her. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Don't tell her I've been up all night. She'll scold me.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure she wouldn't mind too much. So, you said you had a third member to your party?
Yeah, and another tiefling. Her name is Memory. Memory.
Wow. So she isn't traveling with you guys?
No, she's at the city.
Oh, she's already there.
She gave us this piece to finish by the time our travel's completed, and I don't want to go back there with it incomplete. Vanity and I were supposed to complete it during that time when you all rescued us, but well, that either the moment it kind of slipped my mind, and I realized we're about to reach her, and it's still not done.
Oh, well, maybe we wake up Vanity now. She can help you with the composition. You look like you were having a little trouble.
Suppose so.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have it finished before we get to the city. You can work on it along the way.
Well,
In a carriage.
I guess so. I haven't really opened up to her about this. I assume she
You
would
should
be.
pop up. I'm sure she'd be willing to help. You should communicate with her, you know?
Yeah, it's just, well, I assume the attack was doing a lot on her, and I didn't want her to have to deal with any more of my trouble. And
Oh. Well, I think you guys should still talk.
you're right. You're right. If wouldn't be fair to memory. Uh, if we finish it, would you like to give it a listen?
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, but I suppose you'd have to come find us at the city for that, though.
Oh, you're right. Where will you guys be performing?
Oh, it's somewhere in the outer markets. There's a corner of the city where Tiefling population lives. It's where Vanity and I came from. It's well, Vanity and I and our third member, Memory. We all wanted to be adventurers at one point, but well, we aren't really fighters, as you could probably tell with everything that happened. We wanted to be a traveling performance group, but well, Memory had to stay behind. It would be hard to raise a daughter on the road, so
I see.
Vanity and I were the ones who traveled and saw the stories that the outside world told, and we'd write them down, and Memory would help complete the piece once we get home. So
Well,
I don't want
maybe
to come back.
if you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't. She just says I don't want to come back with this still unfinished. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they have it done along the way, and if not, I'm sure Memory wouldn't hold it against you. Maybe she'll be willing to help as well.
Maybe so. Probably. He's a bit too kind sometimes, but you're right.
I'm
wake
sure
Van-
the three of you together will make some beautiful music.
You're right. I'll wake Vanity up and we'll get ready.
Mhm.
We're arriving at the city soon, so
Yes, and I'll be sure to find that market so we can hear your performance.
we'd be glad. Well, she turns around. Presumably goes to wake up the sleeping girl. Are there more than 2 roommates?
Yeah, they're doing a threesome. I don't know what's it called when you have 3 roommates. Is there a word for that, or is it just
She added,
just 3 roommates? A triple? Is that what it's called?
I guess so. Well, suppose we should all get ready then. How are you all feeling? Strixie turns to the rest of you who are still waking up.
I'm okay.
Better get ready then. Well, if no one else has anything about, then it's
And Stella and I can't be doing the only roleplay here. Come on, guys.
everyone's still a bit asleep.
It must be early, very early over in the Philippines.
Get water.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's nearly 10 a.m. already.
It's like me when I had to do morning. My
I'm
first morning
hungry.
session.
I'm hungry. Hi, hungry.
Wait, we haven't really had breakfast, did we?
Yeah, you still need to have it, yeah.
I'm sure we have something stored up in the carriage.
Yeah.
What do we have? Bread, apples, fruit?
Well, whatever you decide. I'm not really particular about food as a dungeon master, so yeah.
I'm so hungry I could eat corn.
I'm sure we have some corn in the bags too.
You know what would be good here? Good berry. Oh yeah, that druid spell. Yeah, that's enough to feed you for an entire day. Don't eat corn.
All right, we're gonna eat whatever's in our bags and carriage.
Eventually, people, they do eat. They do. I'm not eat the horse.
Not the horse.
Reef ominously walks toward the horse. Yeah, we have like 654,465 rations. Fuck you, I'll eat your warg. The warg isn't here anymore.
Oh yeah, the warg is dead, isn't it?
You left it. Whatever happened to it, you don't know. It's not dead. It's tied up.
It's still tied up.
Wait 1 sec. I forgot. Oh yeah.
What's this?
Yeah, 4 HP cat.
What?
Cat has 4 HP now. Stella's resummoning.
Oh.
Yeah, the cat has 4 HP today.
Wow, that's so much better than just 1, 2, or 3 HP.
Yeah, just ask Kynes to give us something that can actually survive a hit.
Mm-hmm.
There's still sand in my shoes, anyways. As the party gets ready and eats breakfast. Hello. As the party eats breakfast and gets ready, eventually, we all travel on the road. It's this point that yes, we're off. Assuming the party has had their breakfast, sunlight starts to wash across the land. The kingdom of Fion, its vast plains are a sight to behold in the daytime. Wide open fields of lush green grass, and well, the openness of it is is enough to make you able to see a lot of things. Distant villages, trader outposts, a lot of travelers along the road. As the closer you get to the kingdom of Fion, the more people there are traveling towards the city. All of its roads leading to the same place. Eventually, you guys do see it. The first things you see over the distance are, of course, the giant and towering Ouroboros mountains that surround the kingdom, forming in a circle with a cutout where the city would be. Giant defensible walls that block the center pool of water where the center of the continent is. Eventually, as you get closer and closer, you see over the distant horizon, towering over the rest of the land, is a large white castle at the center of a plateau raised high above the city. And as you get closer and closer, you start to see the 2 magnificent walls that make up the kingdom of Fion and its 2 big districts. As eventually, you guys reach the outside of Lumeria, the kingdom of Fion's city of light. You aren't in the city yet, but you are outside it. And well, the party is free to roleplay seeing outside of it as we're about to arrive. Kynes has volunteered himself to drive the carriage for you. A bit of repayment for all of the things you've done. And well, you're off. See the city on the horizon. Let me know when you get to the city, yeah. Does the party have any reaction, anything to talk about when they see the city? Okay, I'm just gonna drag you guys off if you know. It's the big city. You're right outside. Anyone
So that's
talking?
the city?
Yes. Feels like it's been weeks since I last saw it. Actually, it has been weeks. About.
If the bot is too loud, we'll mute it because this is a great music. It makes sense. Let me see if I can actually find. Oh yeah, I have a bit of a reference for how the city looks. Anyone's curious?
I want to see.
When I said that it's surrounded by 2 walls, it does kind of look like. Yeah, it's something like this. It's not exact, but.
Ooh.
That's what I mean when there's a raised castle at the very end of it, and two main walls. Instead of rivers and the open water, there are the mountains that surround it. It's set between a mountain or a mountain range. Something like that. I'd say it's closer to the second image, but the one where we currently are. But yeah, that's PC generally. It's not accurate, so I don't use it as reference, but it's an idea. Yep. The castle is placed upon a rising plateau, so that even from outside of the walls, you can see it. The design is very intentional, as none of you are the religious cleric or paladin type, so, but it does hold a lot of religious significance as well. The city itself are the things in between the two walls, but that castle is Xianshul Castle, the castle of the head faith of the world faith and the royal family. It's both church and state are kind of the same thing.
I've never been inside the city.
Oh, I'm sure you'll love it. It's really beautiful.
It is. Just try to stay close together. We're gonna go through the outer markets, and it's gonna be quite packed, especially with the current events.
I don't like cities.
You'll get used to it. A bit of a bother in some areas. Was just little girls, right? Just try to stick together. Watch your purses. Make sure you aren't carrying anything too jingly.
That's why I don't like them. Among other things.
Among other things. Yeah. As you get closer and closer towards the gate, time stops you all, and pardon me everyone, but there may be a line. Oh, Strixie looks out and what is that?
A line? I think he said a line.
Yeah. What's that? Strixie looks out and you see a pile of civilians currently what looks to be like shouting and raising their voices at a cart trying to pass through, but is being inspected by the guards. Doesn't seem to be moving.
Oh, looks like it'll take a while.
Oh god, customs.
Customs.
It's been worse before, and it's gonna be worse now.
It's gonna be worse. Yeah. Especially with a very important political event going on in the country right now. I swear the dates aren't intentional for when we play this. But yeah.
What's going on right now?
Yeah. You try to look overhead and you see what looks to be a carriage that is being held up as a large metal cage is being inspected, being opened and prodded over, and over at the vast distance you hear what sounds like a high-pitched old man's voice, like, Iz'opii, through already! And QQ, the voice is actually familiar to you.
Oh god.
Oh, it's him.
Oh no, it's him.
Let me through! I'm licensed! I have a business! Do you know who I am?
Can I get out of the carriage to confirm not just in general my fears?
QQ hops off the carriage. Well, it's not moving anytime soon. As you go over to look and you start to hear the voices of these angry crowds like, damn gnome! Let us in already! Do we really have to wait for a whole cart to pass through? And you move forward and you see a bunch of guards prodding what looks like a metal gears and like, I'm sorry sir, but we have to inspect every item that passes through. Customs. And yeah, that's QQ. You recognize the face of an acquaintance.
I simply shout over and just greet an old acquaintance that I've had, good? Question mark? Relationships with? Zippy. I simply call out.
Huh? Oh! QQ! He's my first.
Oh, what brings you over here? It's not really a good time to be here, especially with how much you seem to have with you.
Well, someone wanted some bulk orders.
Ah, of course, it's that time of year again. Well, just let them see what you have. We're waiting right at the back.
I'm just revealing my business secrets.
It's not business secrets. What, you have some grain back there or some metalwork or something? They're just guards. They don't give a damn.
Fine. Here. And he'll hop off and like he'll hop down, and from the looks of it, he is currently driving a carriage with a cage that has like one lock for every bar of metal, and he says he says a different command word for every specific lock to unlock, and it takes about 10 minutes to get through this. The crowd is not any less displeased. What's the rest of you doing? Kiki seems to have found a friend. Question mark.
Via's just like poking her head out to see.
Your friend seems to know this man. A gnome?
He looks like he's opening locks on his carriage one by one.
This may take a bit. And well, eventually over here, 30 to 35 minutes. Oh, cool.
Oh god.
You hear that? This one is the arcane propulsion arm. This one is the power generator. This one, oh, that's just a knife. Sir, yes. I'm a licensed business owner in Lumeria. You cannot do this to me.
I can confirm he is, well, licensed and paranoid, as it seems.
Strixie just looks at the party and, do you think we can help speed it up? Maybe?
I can try. Via's gonna hop off.
It comes with you, and it's at this point that, that part of the party just hops off just to see if they can speed it up. This one, if you wish to inspect it, you must sign this NDA.
Oh my god. Kiku just simply puts his hands over his face and gestures to the guards. Listen, I know this man. He's very much familiar to the city. He's been here for like all of his life already. He's been a merchant there. I mean, there's quite a few people waiting. I think you and I can see that, right?
Alright, with everyone. With Via, are you helping?
Yes.
What do you say to help?
I'm sure this merchant has all the safe materials and items on his carriage. I can
Not just one. If you move it farther than 5 inches, it will explode.
What? I mean, I'm sure they're all up to procedure and safe for the city. Yes? Yes?
You hear a spring as the cage goes flying and lands over here.
Oh.
Safety mechanism.
The usual safety mechanism, yeah, I agree. It's a usual part of the trade, trust me.
Oh.
Never deal with these artificers.
It's just how we work.
QQ, roll me a persuasion check at advantage. Sure.
Hold on. That's that's charisma. Never mind. Yeah, that's a +4.
Cool. Natural 20.
We win these.
And yeah, with the booing and yelling of the crowd and the inspection and well, eventually the I guess showing the license of two different merchants. The guards just say, "Cleared." Finally,
Oh, thank God.
you, my good sir, will not be enjoying any discount in my shop. Don't get paid enough to buy from me. And what? Anyways.
Dippy, but I am, right? Just making sure.
Yes, you've already paid for it. Quite an effort to track down all of the materials you requested. However, once we get inside, give me some time. I'll set it up and you can pick it up.
Of course. I trust in you.
Alright then! Move! He slaps the wheel of he slaps the wheel of the carriage and it automatically runs in and drags a guard with it. That should clear it up. Alright. I don't think I put a stopping mechanism on that.
Dear Lord.
Path's clear.
Well, that at least went quicker than expected. Usually you would expect about 2 hours or a little bit more for a carriage that size with that many stuff, and add maybe an hour or two more for an eccentric and paranoid man's questionings.
Yeah, but eventually the rest of the city, the rest of the line goes in and Hines drives your carriage. Alright, everyone. Well, hopefully the rest of the city would proceed smooth. Is that a friend of yours?
Well, yes, friend. More like colleague per se. Us as merchants are quite close to one another. We have to stay close to one another, of course, in the road or off of it, and well, we have to make connections to make sure that we have our customers well set up. I also, well, I had a job for him, so I'm hoping to pick it up soon.
Oh yes, you did mention having this. Oh, well, to us then. And assuming the rest of you hop back on the cart, the rest of you are just not point. Right here. The rest of you are just able to get in. Once you head into the place with the guards, though, the rest of you are checked for basic items, for any dangerous weaponry. After showing that you have a license from Pulse Rising to be adventurers, your weapons are not confiscated. You are trusted, and eventually, as the rest of you are proceeded with minimal checks. The only one that gets something new is Scots. You are stopped for a moment during your check. You hear, Azii? Azii? Oh. Azii is dead. The critical moment when I needed her. Not again. I'm alive. Azii, you were being held by the TSA. It's called that, right? Non-American. Why? Azii lives. Well, Azii, you are being asked. I'm innocent. What did I do? Tiefling. Dumbass, you're on. You're being asked to step out of the carriage, Azii. Fuck. No, I will not. May the male tiefling in the carriage please step out. Fuck. The person with the flyer is my twin. You haven't said anything yet. Can I go outside instead? Yeah, your Reef goes outside.
Hi.
Hello, young man. May I request your tiefling friend step out of the carriage?
So what seems to be the problem?
We need to reference something.
What?
I am requesting for your friend, not for you. Fine, I'll go out. You are able to. We're fucked. The rest of the party just sees these two being oddly nervous for some reason. Scots, you see two guards. What? Oh, officer. You see two guards look to inspect you. They look towards you and pull out what seems to be a paper. What seems to be a flyer of various tiefling faces. They look at you. They look back down. They take about 30 seconds to think. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Shiena. Azii is currently being held up by guards. You don't know what they're thinking yet?
Yeah, I can see that now. Wait, what's going on?
You don't know.
Oh,
These two are just oddly nervous for some reason. Oh god, there's a child.
Can we go now?
Hello. What did Reef say?
can we go now?
No, it seems the guards are still holding him up. Oh, guards too close. How do you... There's a child in the room. Okay, there we go. My nephew was here first. Little child. I don't know if you heard him. He wants Optimus Prime. Man. Anyways.
Everyone wants Optimus Prime.
The children are the truck dad. Anyways. Azii, or Scots, they look to you, squinting, and then say, all clear. Okay, thank fuck. Let's get the fuck out of here. As I'm sure you're aware, good sir, we must check. Let's go. Yeah. And yeah. Token size. Anyways. Whew. As you eventually head in, the carriage is allowed inside. You are being walked inside the walls, and it's at this point that Vanity talks to you, Scott. First time? Vanity seems to know what was going on. Chance to see you, Scott. Azii?
Scots is actually a wanted criminal.
What?
Huh?
What?
Flash J, right?
You can't just drop
Just
that out
drop
of nowhere.
I'm no criminal. Actually, that process is something that all tieflings here go through. I'm sure it's alright though. Scots is different lineage. Yeah. Again, Vanity asks you, Scott, first time? Eyes cutting off. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah.
She was asking if it's your first time getting checked on by the guards for being a criminal or not.
Azii, are you not able to use it? Yes. Yeah. Anyway, yes, it's my first time. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, well, I'm more referring to that inspection, not for gods in general. I see. I'm not sure if you're aware, but they check every tiefling that comes through these walls. It's Lumeria. One of the most known laws about it is that you can't exactly cast fire magic inside the walls. They were checking to see if you were infernal heritage. I'm gonna show them Scots as wanted. There are two different conversations happening right now. You kept that? Yes.
Scott is wanted?
Okay, I guess you can I guess we're having that conversation now.
Yeah, you can't just drop that and not expound.
Don't read anything. I will kill you.
You know, that doesn't seem very comforting words from someone who might be a criminal.
Yeah, I was not expecting one
They
of
deserve to know.
our I'm not expecting one of our escorts to be a criminal. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, how did you get into 12's Rising again?
I mean, he kind of just walked in, did a job, completed that job, and walked out. There wasn't time for a background check. I ran away from my hometown. And that's a crime?
Cause he's a criminal.
For running away?
So, like, did you kill someone or did you rob a bank?
I think he explained some of it when you were talking to Zir. Some of it.
I don't remember what did he say?
Y'all, I was framed for a crime.
Oh, right. Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that. Azii, are you not able to use a DPS, or do you not have it where you're currently at?
I don't think so. I thought Azii said she was
yeah.
gonna be home in like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. I'm just asking if
So probably
he's
not
able to
home
use
yet,
it
right?
in a car right now.
Yeah.
What's the Scots wanted sign? I was a farmer in Eladovia, signed with herbs for healing potions. I was not expecting for us to have this conversation now, but alright, let's do this. So at some point...
I also did not expect to be dropped such a secret of Scott being a criminal.
It wasn't a secret.
Well, you know, I might have completely forgot that he was framed or something.
He completely admitted this in session 1, he just left out the details.
I don't think any of us expected this, honestly.
But he just...
I guess anyone don't remember mentioning that he was a criminal.
He mentioned he was a farmer and his house burned down. And
Oh
that,
yeah, we
Yeah.
remember. Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what
I
he
got
meant.
the armor
Yeah.
part.
Nope, nobody just questioned it. Visit Eladovia. Shit's fucked up over there. Very true.
Y'all should visit Aurum instead. Nothing's fucked up over there.
No, yeah, definitely. Just be born into the wealth. Must be nice. Yeah. My fellow men ended up hoarding the herbs for themselves and pinned the blame on me.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I'm an honest farmer. Would never do something. Insight check. Nah. You
Oh
don't need
my
it.
god.
No need for an insight check, as you can tell me.
Can I do an insight check with advantage? I'm just kidding.
But yes. Is he telling you're the one who's with him? Anyways. Oh damn. Oh. Vanity. As Vanity was trying to explain before that. Yeah, I didn't expect you to reveal that so early, but all or to elaborate on it so early, but yeah. Vanity just explains. Yeah, that check is just something that's done with every tiefling who passes through here. As some of you might know, fire magic is outlawed in Lumeria. And as well, some of us, she refers to herself, born with an innate capability for fire, they see which tieflings pass through who are of an infernal heritage. It's just city law. Some of you, I explained this in session 0 as well. Some of you may know that one of the laws in Lumeria is that do not cast fire. Otherwise, city's pretty alright. And it's not like I get attacked anyway to use it, so it's a bit of a process. I've never had to go through it, but I've always been with Vanity every time she was checked. The guards know her by now, though. Time to cast Firebolt! Anyways, if there is no more conversation to be had, the party is able to go through the gates. Essentially, this is just, no. I did not expect for that to be the moment when you would go and explain all that, but fine. We have finally entered through the city of Lumeria. This is a very crude map that I drew up like, pasted like, probably a year ago by now. Essentially, Lumeria is divided into two main districts. When the city was first created, at first there was the town that grew into what is, well, the original settlers of Lumeria, which is Noble District inside. This is, it's something you can reference pretty much outside. There are two walls, the one that divides, the one that, gates what is now the Noble District, and the outer markets, which you will all pass through. These are two walls, not walled circles. There just wasn't a token for walls, but yes. Essentially, you all would be passing through the gates right now, and have ended up in the outer markets, which I finally show you guys. Officially, now that you're in, welcome to the city.
Wow, look at all the lights.
And well, right now, the music is a bit less lively, but give it some time to catch up. It's at this point where, as you enter the city, you see lots of sights. Various different people crowd the streets. For reference, there are enough people in here where I didn't bother with tokens because there are so many. Just for reference, the map is empty. There's just too many for me to realistically render with this program. But yes, it's full of people. They're walking between houses. You see various sites, vendors selling items on the streets, nobles in carriages, and lots of houses with lively activity, trade, money being passed around, kids running down the street, their parents chasing after to go find them. And there are a lot of sights to see. Put all the Strixhaven tokens in here. But yes. There are way too many people walking up and down for me to put tokens for all of them. So just imagine a crowded scene.
Mhm.
We are here. Oh yeah. And Stella, you may do it. You may do the screen transition if you want. We've entered through the gates. We're in the city. Or at least the outer market. Already did it. Okay, next. It was great. Yeah. Whew. Well, we've all reached the city by now. Well, currently, the next point on the agenda is the Gombitai father. I'm sure he will have the payment that would be made to compensate you all. However, that's much further into the inner districts. If you all wish, we're here early. You can take the time to explore around if you wish. Go see the sights. There's a lot of things to see, even just here in the outer markets, and I believe, well, if you wish, you may go out and explore. We'll be with you for a while. I think Strixie sets a set time for you all to get to. I'd say it probably would be like around, say, around before noon. It would meet up at the outer walls, but for now, the Tieflings will actually split off from you already and say, it was a wonderful time traveling with you all, but Vanity and I will go to our homes. If you wish to come find us, well, just ask around. I'm sure you can find directions to where we stay. Goodbye already. I was just
It
going
was
to name
nice
you.
seeing you too.
Ilphriina says away.
Can I accompany you to your destination?
You wish to go see us already? I think that would be fine with the crowd, honestly. I'm sure they will. They're good people. We can vouch for them. I suppose so. Wish to come with?
Yes, also I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Alright then. I suppose you could come join us. Maybe we'll stick around for a bit then. See what sights there are to see while you all are together. We don't really have to split up until a bit further away. Alright then. Everyone else free to join if you wish, I suppose. Though it might be a bit harder to convince the locals to all of you in, but we'll try our best. Hines mentions I do have some business to attend to in the inner districts. As a representative of the One Grove, I need to visit the Church of the 12 to register for the summit. It will be in the inner district. I could accompany you all for short notice. I suppose we can all walk a bit together then. Should that be fine? I think it should be. Very well. I guess we're sticking together for a bit longer. For QQ, Zippy told you that he wanted you to give him some time to set up shop. So, you're not splitting the party yet, I suppose. Right then. I suppose we'll be walking together for a bit longer. Yeah?
Okay.
Anything you all wish to see? Or do you want us to be your tour guides? He asked the non-locals. Oh, very well then. You already know the first destination in mind. You need a tour. Right then. The city is large. The city is fancy. There are lots of places to come visit, and Strixie will tour you. As you walk through the city, there are lots of places to see. Just by walking through the art markets, you already see several stores, jewelers. You see fine clothing. You see what looks to be various bakeries. Then some, what the medieval equivalent of a laundromat is. All of the stuff that you would need for essentials, and as well as basic stuff. A lot of people are walking in by. You see people trading gold coins. You see them trading silver. Some who gawk to look at the jewelry stores, even pull out whole platinum pieces to pay for their purchases, and yeah, the place is just called officially the Outer District of Lumeria, but well, of course, the local name for it is that it's called the Outer Market. Lots of trade going on here, and lots of low to middle class people who generally live here. As you walk by here, and as you as you as you walk by, you see lots of kids playing around. You see some human children, which are typically the most common for those who were residents of Eladovia. The human population here is significantly larger compared to Eladovia, where in Eladovia you would expect about a 60-40 or 50-50 ratio of elves to humans. In this place, it's like 80% human because of being the central kingdom. But as the rest of you go here, you see some children play around, and Scots. I'll actually have you notice this. You see you see a couple children playing in the alleyway. One of them a tiefling child, the other a couple humans. And you see what looks to be a scene. Scots, you as the party is walking down the streets of the city, Strixie is touring your wall and is a bit occupied by that. You seem to notice what looks like to be a little confrontation over here. You see two human children holding what looks to be a toy sword above a tiefling boy's head, where the young tiefling boy is hurriedly trying to reach out and grab it, but the other kids who are taller seem to be holding it out of reach. We'll go over there. Go walk down. Race them. They teach them young. You go over here as you go over here. You start to overhear the conversation. You just see, "Give it back. That's mine." You go over here and what seems to be going on, and what do you do? You're just currently kind of like laughing at the kid and holding the sword above his head and like, "You'll never be a real hero." But the child. I'll grab the sword. Sure. Roll me a very easy athletics check. A very easy check.
Nat one.
Nat one.
Aww.
Natural 19. Let me actually get my notes for these children. I remember writing them down like several weeks ago. God damn. You overhear a conversation. All right. Essentially, what's going on here? Wait, Baldur's Gate. Yep, that is. Hey, I was looking for images of tiefling children. I was like, where are we gonna get an image of a tiefling child? Wait a minute, Baldur's Gate 3 has a lot of them. Yeah. Yes, that sudden 3D render of a tiefling jump scare, but yeah. Yeah, so Scots, you overhear this conversation. I'm just gonna summarize it. I wrote this down weeks ago, so yeah. Yeah, you overhear this child named Nick and IK, who seems to have wanted a simple play fight with these human children. It seems that these children were playing just a regular pretend fight. Yeah, perceived in 3 dimensions. They were playing a regular pretend fight where Nick wanted to play the hero. These human children seem to immediately bully the child for wanting to play the hero and reach the sword out of his reach because, well, as the boy named Timothy says, "You'll never be a real hero." You catch the sword in the young girl's arms, and as they turn to look at you, and ah! Children bullying each other. Someone we can't bully. You'll never be a hero for picking on the weak. You just called him weak. Shh, he's having a moment. The rest of you see Scott walk into the alleyway. Strixie kind of stops for a moment as you see Scott confronting children. I have to roll a mission. You kids are even worse than the Tiefling child. Big scary man. Hey, let go. This is ours. Maybe a demon, but your hearts are colder. Damn. Roll me an intimidation check at advantage, Scots, sure. Scare the kids off. Intimidation advantage, sure. Bro keeps insulting the poor tiefling child. 15. Oh, the kid lets go of the sword and another one of them. Run away! Oh. You grab the toy sword. Kid, you may be weak, but I can see you will be strong one someday. Whoa. You see this child look up and look at whatever weapons you have sheathed. Mister, are you a hero? I'm talking about the bullies! The child stabs you with the sword. He asks, are you a hero, with childlike wonder in his eyes?
But he's a criminal.
You are a hero. What's the rest of the party doing?
We're all just gonna watch him. We're just all watching him.
You're just watching.
You know, like in the cartoon, we all peek around the corner, watching his every move.
Yuki's just visiting other stalls, just greeting another merchant here and there.
Yeah.
Apparently he knows most of everyone from around here.
Keeping his connections. Bro's doing so bad. Huh. Nick looks down at his sword end. Mister, I wanna be strong. I wanna be just as strong as you. But well, the other children don't believe in me. They say I have fire in my blood. Is that a bad thing? Time to give this child dreams or crush them. You have to be grilled. I'm going to be a role model. Data. Yep, and again, this. Have you ever heard of... No, they're not trolls. Azii is dying again. As always, during the moments when Scots is the one having a moment. Don't worry, Sid had the curse too. Use that fire in your heart to do something good. And well, as you say something that inspires the child, Scots, sure, you take inspiration for inspiring the child. As you give the child dreams in his eyes, being a heroic and good tiefling. You overhear another child's voice screaming out from behind the alleyway. Nick, are you in here? As eventually another one walks by and another Baldur's Gate child. Like, there you are. As a young tiefling girl seems to walk down, and I've been trying to look for you. Where have you gone again? Hi, Tiss. And oh, hello. The young child named Tiss looks up at the big scary tiefling. Is this your friend? Oh, yes, this is Tis. TIS. We'll adopt every tiefling child. His father has been worried looking for you. Did you run off to play with the kids again? They said we could play later. You know they don't treat you well. Who's this? I'm Scott. I'm an outside adventurer just visiting. As you introduce yourself, Scott. Honesty and Vanity kind of look down the alleyway and just go, huh? Is that who I think it is? As Tis and Nick look down and, you two! And they seem to know each other. Do you know where you live? He does to help you out. Oh? Honesty! And Vanity. Wait. Is this the child? Of memory? Or whatever? I mean, you can ask. Do you ask? Sure. Ilphriina walks by and asks, is this, yeah. Vanity explains that. Oh, yeah, this is actually... Told you... honestly, it was honestly confusing. So many NPCs. Honesty explains that, oh yeah, these are children from where we live. This is Nick. And this is Tis. She's Vanity's daughter. She's not Vanity. Memory's daughter. Goddamn. Too many names. Sorry.
You named them all too similar, that's why.
Hello. Oh. We've been traveling with them. Oh, we were just with them for a short while. They saved us on the road. Yeah.
The world sure is small.
Say that again. Nick excitedly asks, can we take them? I don't think we can just take them. Vanity leans down to pat the young Nick. But hey, you wanted to come see our home, right? I think these children have been a little lost. Wanna come with?
Yes, please.
Is everyone else coming? Honesty asks.
I
Trixie
suppose.
Trixie walks down and... It's okay, we can spare the time. Well, I'm just asking if anyone else has anything else they would rather go to. You are free to explore the city if you want. Not Stella. Ilphriina wants to just come ask the tiefling something, it seems. Everyone?
I suppose we can take a short visit.
Let's not split up again.
Come follow us then. If you've already done enough for the children, maybe they'll like you. As I'm 10 minutes away from home. Good, because we're gonna be having a lot of moments as eventually I'm just gonna... For reference, this city's fucking huge. This map is fucking huge. I'm gonna do this because I'm also changing where we are located in. Eventually, the party is walked by the tieflings towards where they would live. The party is led excitedly by a young Nick who seems to stick to Scott. Scott, I don't know if Azii can hear me. Scott, you see this? You hear Nick asking like, "Oh, what's this?" Pointing to your accent. "Oh, what's that?" Pointing to your pike, and like he's seemingly very excitedly attached to you. The notion that you are both a tiefling and an adventurer. Tiss over here is just Tiss, the young girl who seems to be holding closer to honesty and vanity, the more responsible one of the two children. As the rest of the party is led towards narrowing out. Oh, okay. As the rest of the party is led across narrowing alleyways and well, eventually towards a little village where you see where you see what seems to be a quaint little bonfire set up. I'm actually not using this, but I have to search it up because the bot isn't working. There we go. You see what looks like to be a very lively place. Far from the collection of humans and other species outside the city. Once you enter towards this district, you see a lot more of them. Tieflings of various colors: red, blue, green, gray, and with each horn having a bit of a different shape to them. You see a bit of a lively place. When some of them see you, they seem to hesitate for a bit, like not knowing who these strangers are. But as they see honesty and vanity walk by and wave to them, a hint of familiarity washes across their face as they all smile and like see, "Oh, friends!" You are currently being led in, and we find ourselves in a little corner of the city. Actually, I was thinking that you might have reached this place a little later in the session, but it's no problem. You're led here to a little corner as you see what seems to be a youngish looking tiefling man come to greet you and Nick, you little rascal, where were you up to it? What were you up to again? Hi, Dad. And Tiss moves forward and it says, "You wanted to play with the human kids again? Ah, teach them a lesson this time. What did I say? Did that move work? The right swing hold back just before you hit them? No, he was very quickly. Oh, Well, I guess we'll still need to work on that then. Still haven't changed, Vince? Is that? You're home! Nice to see you again, brother. As you see what the... And yeah, you see a lot of this. Any reactions? Any people talking? Just waiting for anyone who wants to reply.
There's a lot of tieflings around here.
It's our little corner of the city. It's well, we're welcomed in the city, but that doesn't. Everyone is as trusting as people who, as some of them like to call us, firebloods. Not all of us though, but well, we like to stick together. Yes, and these are friends of yours. Oh, here we go. These friends of yours? Or are they part of your band? No, they're just people we traveled with. Ah, I see. Have to tell me more about them. But well, before that, memories in the shed. If you want to go talk to her, it's already been waiting. Waited just in time. We were a bit worried you weren't gonna make it before the gates close. Yeah, we were held up for A bit. Long story. We'll tell it over the fire. Can't wait to hear it. Vanity turns to you, Ilphriina, and just say, can we wait for a bit? We have a bit to catch up on.
I think Stella's gone at the moment.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, I'll just tell them that later. They go over here and head into the building. For now, they aren't. And well, is Azii here? And I need to double check who's here.
I think Azii's still here.
Azii? Yes. Okay. Well, as those two are currently meeting up with their third random member. Okay, but you can. You hear Nick over here saying, so this guy, he held up the sword in his hand and carried Felicia in it. They were so scared. He said all these cool things like, I may have a dark heart, but I still have a good what was the word? Your heart isn't dark. You there. Vince turns to you, Scott. You save this little bugger? Come. Shake my hand. I had to teach them a lesson. Yeah, those kids can be rascals sometimes. But well, I'm glad you didn't do anything. I'm glad you didn't harm them. Could do worse than having a worse reputation around here. But well, come. Enjoy the sights. We'll be having a performance soon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Ooh. Well, he's basically asking for you all to take a seat and just generally hang around. It's a very lively place. There's a lot more people going on. A lot of them are curious once they see you. Some tieflings walk forward and just ask about, oh, is that a wizard? Is that one in armor? Is that one in armor? A holy warrior and stuff like that. They're all very curious about. Is this a tiefling club? It's their part of the city. Yeah, they kind of just live together. From brief conversations you have with the other ones that approach you, you overhear that they are just they are different families. They're not all of the same family, but they are like people. They're a community. They are their own, in this weird small community in the city that banded together. If you're curious why there's so many of us here, that's actually that's a long story to tell. I'll tell it over the fire. There. Yeah, it's English. And everyone's basically asked to take a seat if they wish. As everyone's just kind of like waiting for the performance to start. Is Stella?
No, she has not replied that she's back.
Yeah, well, I guess
we're gonna have some story time.
Anyone have any specific questions or do you actually ask that to you? Stuff or
what?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Stella's the one who was kind of interested in.
Yeah. Thea would be too shy at this moment to ask anything or anything because they're all strangers to her in a way.
Yeah, with vanity and honesty here, everyone's kind of a stranger right now.
Mm-hmm.
Stella was the one who had questions, so I'm waiting to. If anyone else is curious, feel free. It's the whole section of the city that even Kiki probably haven't even been to since there are probably many stalls. Just
I was about to say, this is probably one of the most interesting parts about the other districts. It's so large that whenever you go here, it's just like you see another part of it, and it's constantly changing every time you visit. Yes, how long have you guys been here in this part of town?
Well, enough to raise these little enough to enough time to raise these little devils, as he kind of like playfully kicks Nick. Playfully. But it's not been that long. Been less than a decade at this point. See, we were all from different places, most of us. It's a much longer story than that, but keep a boring story short. I suppose the world would be refugees of some kind. Other cities, other settlements. It's a bit difficult to live in the other markets as someone who knows no one else. Eventually, well, some of us came together and decided to set up homes here and eventually raise these little bastards. Looking over to Nick and Tis, I think I wrote down that you see that they're fairly young for a child's age, since tieflings age around the same as a human anyway. They don't seem to be any older than around 7 to 8, so they both seem to be around the same age based on Tis is a little taller than the tiefling girl, but you get the feeling they're about 7 to 8 years old, so pretty young. And well, it is true. We don't really have a lot of visitors here. We don't. Those who work in businesses work in the other districts, and well, me, I just kind of stay behind here. Mostly as yeah, the rest of the folks here say I'm pretty talkative, so I do a lot of the friendly relations for anyone who travels in. Kind of a job, but unpaid. I have fun doing it. My package is finally here. Congratulations.
Well, you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you. You're a charming fellow yourself. But well. Ilphriina? Yeah, I was basically saying everyone's just kind of gathering around the fire and waiting for Honesty and Vanity just went by to visit their third member. As Vince says, we're waiting for a performance. I'll be able to do a lot more. It's well, as behind you all, a crowd seemingly starts to gather, waiting for something. The return of those two is generally welcomed with a bit more fanfare. I'll let them show for you why it's such an exciting time for them to come home. And just yeah, did you have any questions you wanted to ask Ilphriina before stuff starts? Because is he the dad? He's the father of Nick, the red twin. And yeah, Vince Vane is his name. He's Nick's father, but he's also Vanity's sister. Vanity's his sister. Father to Nick, brother to Vanity. VV. Yeah, a lot of V's. Oh yeah, and yeah, he's uncle. Got it. Oh yeah, and I guess one thing you would notice is that Vanity has a virtue name. It's Vanity, but Vince Vane is just his name. He doesn't have a virtue name. Neither do the children, but that's because they are butchered. So yeah, that's okay. Okay. Basically, yeah. Anyone else have anything they want to ask? Or yeah.
Oh, not really.
Alright. Yeah. And people are just walking up, talking to you guys. You make small, light conversations and other stuff. Everyone seems to be waiting for the performance to arrive. And eventually, they do. As a group of 3 tieflings come out, 2 of them you already know, but the third member is the one who's new to you. As with a loud cheer and a loud clap, you guys see a trio of tieflings finally complete. As the one moving out that you haven't met before is this. As they currently bow and all greet the rest of their families, relatives, and just general community members. There's a loud applause and acknowledgement, and Memory speaks up and thank you. It's a very happy day today. So, it looks like Scott's relative. Well, they're the same kind of tiefling. They're the same kind of tiefling. She says, "Thank." Yeah. Okay, baby.
Right when it's the same kind of tiefling as in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tieflings actually. This is free information, sure. Tieflings are generally divided into 3 types. This is canon now with the new rules as well. There's the infernal tieflings, which are the ones like Nick, Vince, Vanity, and also Honesty. They're the most common type of tieflings who are siblings are dating. Now that's the question. Now that's good. Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, 3 types of tieflings. The most common ones are the ones you know, who are the infernal tieflings, who are the ones with generally reddish tints to their skin. And those are the ones whose bloodlines are descended from more of the devilish planes, because well, the other ones like Memory and Scots, they seem to be the ones who are called chthonic tieflings. Spelling is CTHONIC, but they're pronounced chthonic tieflings. They're more. It's a thing we haven't really gone into, but I think the lore on it is that they're more descended from Yugoloths and all that. Yeah. And well, they're the third type of tiefling. I don't think there's really any here. The third type is abyssal, which are more monstrous looking. Yeah, that's how to. Yeah, it's Greek. It's a Greek word, I'm pretty sure. Generally means something like night or dark. Yeah, makes the gray. Makes the gray make sense. Like Cthulhu. Yeah, it's spelled like Cthulhu, like CTH, but you don't pronounce the C. So, take that how you will. It's just chthonic. So the difference mainly being that abyssal tieflings, or what, infernal tieflings, the most common ones, the ones that you probably know when you think of tieflings, are fire. Chthonic tieflings are necrotic, and abyssal tieflings are poison. That's the elemental difference between them. Not really elemental, but energy difference. Yeah. Tiefling lore. Anyways, yeah, Memory goes. I'm basically just stalling for a bit to wait for Azii, but yeah. Memory bows down and says, thank you, it's wondrous day," stuff like that. The rest of the group is finally complete. Our friends Honesty and Vanity have returned from a safe journey across the lands of Fion. It's such a happy day to have them back. Or, well, you all know the events going on in the city right now. But besides that, we're here to celebrate their return, and for another set of stories to be told. The outside world is quite amazing. I'm sure these two have various stories to tell. And well, to celebrate all that, we would like to ask everyone gather around for a performance of a song we've written together. Is Azii here? I want Azii to be here. This is kind of like something.
Azii didn't reply that.
Yeah, probably not yet. Probably not yet. So yeah. I have to sing the campfire song. Can we pause for a bit, Stella? Just for a bit. Just to, yeah, Azii's back, and Azii's finally indoors, apata. And well, yeah. The Tiefling performers, finally complete as a trio, say that they are celebrating Honesty and Vanity returning home. And they have invited, and Vince has invited you to watch their performance, where you can see them start to play. And I actually have a complete song. Who was that? Oh yeah, you haven't even met. This is Memory. This is Tiss's mother, yeah. And the third member of the Tiefling band. I guess, yeah, you weren't here when we met her. Mother. Your siblings, such one. Just because they're both chthonic tieflings doesn't mean they're both related to each other. Come on. Anyways. SMH. Yeah. Wow, just because they're both Thonic Tiefling. With gray skin and white hair. Yes. No, that was high. That was high, not high is right. Anyways, damn. Anyways, just a repeat of what they were saying. Yeah, memory gotta cancel high. I'm sorry, you're canceled now.
Rip.
Yeah. Yeah. Memory comes to greet everyone in performance, and Tiss now eagerly sits down and watches her mother perform. As I will say that, okay, before I start to play a song, because I do actually have what their song was and what this one was, just for as you see Honesty prepare some of the music, and Vanity as well. They set up their instruments. As while it seems Honesty and Vanity are the ones preparing the music for it, Memory walks closer to the fire, illuminated by the shining light. Her garb is that of a bit fancier compared to Honesty and Vanity, as she is the dancer among the three. As you start to hear Honesty play the instrument, I actually do have a song for this, and they start to play a song about their travels. As from what you can tell, Honesty did complete the song. As music starts to erupt as the rest of the tieflings in the camp go a bit quiet. You hear the music from Vanity and Honesty strings as Memory starts to lead the dance. From the you haven't really seen Honesty and Vanity perform, but the music sounds as an ethereal voice coming from Memory tells a story of the tieflings. You hear words that tell a story of travelers, a community that escaped a previous situation. Lost on the road, they're looking for a new home. One of them, character that Memory is playing, is a mother, having birthed a child in this new world, but without a home. They ask the question, why am I here? What's my reason I am here for today? And, well, with a bit of acting, Vanity and Honesty play their own characters. Okay, Azii knows the song, yeah. As the story of tieflings reaching the gates of a city, having met each other along the way, is told within you. Some of them try to settle with shops, with other communities, try to work jobs. But the characters they play are, well, from what you can see, were turned away in some occasions. Some were able to find situations they were not able to be, well, welcomed. As the character of the mother is being played, their child, a hungry child, they don't know where to go. Eventually, they build their own house and stay. From what you can see, the community around here forms. You see tears welling in the eyes of the other tieflings across from you all and beside you, and they, well, reach the chorus again. as the song starts to pick up, you start to see further into the backstory of what they were running away from. You see magically projected behind vanity and honesty with a bit of their bardic magic, a dark figure of another tiefling, shadows surrounding her. Chains wrap around vanity, honesty, spectral ones, of course. As part of their performance is a puppet dance of sorts, with the arcane chains trying to puppet them around. Until, well, at the climax of the song, the chains break, shatter, as the three of them run around the camp. Song continuing to play. Song of freedom? We don't know. We don't know the full context of the story. But with the magic of their song and performance, you get the feeling that it's a song of their story. As meeting each other, connecting, they make a new start at a city that might not welcome them, but is the place that they call home. Even if they aren't happy entirely, they're home. They have each other. The connections they've made, the new start they've established for themselves, it's enough. And they ask the question again. And I'll just let the rest of the song play. I have a very limited knowledge of dancing, so I cannot describe this in the way that it would actually be in game, but I'm sure you can use your imagination. And with a bow, the tieflings conclude their performance as the magical illusions dissipate. You get to hear their story. And then let me grab this again. And, well, Memory reaches out and says, "Thank you. Thank you. We've been through a lot together, but well, hopefully, starting from today, we can hope for a better start. As we all know, the city is currently going through some very important discussions right now. Delegates from different kingdoms, different nations, connecting with each other. I want to dedicate this day not only to the return of our sisters, but also to the healing of this world. Hopefully, we can hope for a better tomorrow. With you, with us, and the new friends we'll make along the way." Kind of like gestures toward all of you since you've been already introduced. Let's celebrate today. To the return of our friends, new friends, and to a better future. Thank you. And she concludes her speech with Piss running a bit forward to her and the mother hugging the daughter, and well, vanity and honesty moved back down to go and meet the party. And Memory returns back to the house for a bit. Vince looks at the rest of the party and just goes, "Oh, what'd you think?"
That was wonderful.
Oh. A little bit last minute there. After we finish the song.
You guys did great. See, I knew you guys could finish it.
Yeah. Thanks to you all for saving us so that we could continue the performance. Who knows? Maybe if you weren't there, I would have already been Goblin Chow by now. Vanity! Goblins? Oh, well, I suppose we have time for stories now. You think I could get it? I think I get it. So, I know that we didn't really expect for you guys to be attending this, so I'm sure you have some questions. Apart from, well, she turns to Ilphriina. Yeah, it's a bit awkward to explain, but, well, the performance was initially just meant for us. If you wish, you can ask about the story. It's a quite long one, but if you have all day, well, Ilphriina, anyone, just free to chat. Just roleplay, do stuff, whatever you wish. The mother and her daughter are currently back in the house. Is that bonfire actually on? Yes. We're campfire session.
It's not night, right?
It's not. It's just warmth.
Okay.
Are the guards okay with that? Fire magic is the one that's not allowed. It's just regular fire. It's just a campfire. Like, there are still torches and stuff around the city. You're just not. Yeah, the law just specifically states that you aren't allowed to cast with fire. I mean, yeah, but
So we can make fire, but we just can't cast fire.
roll me a religion check, sure.
Who, me?
Anyone curious?
Oh.
Roll me a
Okay.
religion check. It's a bit of a despair. Yeah. I mean, Via, you have advantage. You've lived, quote unquote,
Yeah,
lived
yeah.
here already.
Oh.
Yeah, Via, you know. Well, from your understanding of it, Via, with the time you've already been here, what's a religion? It's not that fire isn't allowed. It's specifically just the act of casting fire that's not allowed. Fire, arcane, divine, arcane, and primal fire taps into elemental magic. And the thing about Lumeria is that you know that it's this. You know that. I guess it could have been history too, but they're both intelligence checks, so it doesn't really matter that much. You know that Lumeria was the last bastion that stood against the Rupture since 500 years ago. The city of Lumeria formed from those that were displaced by the fires of the Rupture, and the original community that banded it together founded both the city and the World Faith. The World Faith being the 12 champions, and since the enemy of the world back then were the fire elementals, the symbolic nature of tapping into fire magic it's more of a cultural belief thing that if they are to tap into fire, it's to tap into the natural causes of it rather than wielding the power that once destroyed the world 500 years ago. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not that fire is banned. It's just that, well, magical fire is just known to be destructive. Regular fire spreads, as you may know, but take a look at fire spells. Firebolt sets anything you hit with it on fire from 120 feet away. Fireball is notorious for being one of the most powerful spells at its level. A wall of fire can instantly kill several people in a line and expand outwards and burn everything. Fire spells are generally a lot more dangerous than just regular fire.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of like a gun control law, I suppose you could regulate it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Will thaumaturgy send me to jail? Thaumaturgy, I don't think. Can thaumaturgy create fire? Like, there are spells that can create fire. Fire plate. That just manipulates fire, so I suppose it would be a minor infraction, yeah. Magic NRA? Yeah. Yeah. You basically just are not allowed to create or manipulate fire. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, you all are free to converse. Do you have a license for that? That is true. There are wizards who are licensed for that, yes. Another thing, none of you are playing a wizard, so I never needed to explain this, but yes, there are wizarding licenses in Lumeria too, yeah. Strixie has one. But yeah, none of you are wizards, so none of that was relevant to you. Okay, back to the main topic.
So, what was the story really about? If you don't mind me asking.
Vanity turns to Vince, and Vince gives her the okay. Well, Vince goes to Nick and just whispers something in his ear. Nick immediately nods forward and walks into the house. Okay, there we go. It's something that most of the adults here know, but ever since we've been having children, we haven't really told them. They'll find out in due time. Our history is not exactly the most. It's a storied one for sure. Yeah, it's actually. Back then, well, it was mainly me. These 2 points to honesty and vanity weren't really a part of it. You see, some of us were never exactly the best people when we were young. When the city was still forming and welcoming outsiders into its walls, the outer markets still being mostly a place for traders and for merchants and other adventurers. Back then, living here wasn't exactly done with, legally, yeah. Back then, we were running away from a woman who once controlled us. Not in a truly nefarious way, but rather, we knew no one else but her. It's a long story to explain, but back then, none of us really knew who else to turn to. This woman, her name was. He kind of hesitates to say the name as it was as if it's a thing he has not said in a while. We called her Primrose back then. Primrose. One word. He was one of us. However, through means that none of us truly knew before, added a connection to a dark power. Something about a mysterious force from the lower planes that talked to her, that whispered to her and told us to attack the city, take specific individuals. Translation, cult. And, well, safe to say I didn't really like that. Vanity and honesty here were much younger than me. For reference, Vince and honesty. Vince is about, from what you can tell, Vince is probably around at least 5 years older than Honesty and Vanity, who are in their probably 90s. So Vince is probably around 25. I'd say he's still. Wait, no. Vince is probably around 26 in terms of age, while these 2 are more around 19, 20. Yeah, so these were young. So Vince is essentially telling the story back when he was around 15. Yeah, he's a young dad. Yeah, so that too. Yeah. So yeah. Essentially, yeah. He tells the story of back then. There was a time that they were serving under this woman who held under his power, and we don't know who this higher power was, but it commanded Primrose, who was safe to say it's not a thing I'm proud of. When we got to the city, I didn't follow her commands. We were supposed to target an important noble. Don't know the name, but I know that it wasn't good. Back before then, we were simply just taking from whoever could afford to lose it. But a life, even when I was still young, it did not feel right. And so when we were in the city, to put it lightly, snitched. And I don't know what the clerics did, but they did something to strip her of her power. And I don't know where she ever left off by then. Ever since then, most of us here, we're running around the streets, doing what we can to survive. Some of us grew old enough to work, earn jobs, to build a home. Eventually one person turned to 2, then 3, then 10. And we all started living here. So that's another reason why we aren't so welcome. Not a lot of people know it. The clergy does a good job of silencing the rumors there was ever an assassination attempt by a rogue cult. You could tell us. Yeah, I've never Vince here has never actually told us who this higher power that Primrose was serving. Are you sure you want to hear it? We're old enough. We've been dealing with our own adventures. Well, I never knew the name, but it was some sort of Lady of Grace that she once called it. That's all I ever got, though. A lower power of sorts, and... well, at least, I never knew their name. You all want to connect the dots? The gracious one. Vanity doesn't seem to connect it. We were told to do many things. Take in people, steal. But Primrose, she never... This won't be a good time to use campaign notes. She never told us where the people we were taking were sent to. That's all I know. But I knew enough to know that it was not good. For real, for real. I can never deal with anything creepy. They always have these weird names for them. I can never remember. You were also young back then. My God. I don't blame you for not putting the names to memory. Okay, I mean the party can interact. They've told the story essentially. Yeah, Vince recalls that the woman that they served, what you can presume to be a warlock of sorts, their old leader or such, was a warlock of someone that he remembers being called the Lady of Grace. But, well, that's all he knows. Whoever this leader was is no longer with them. And they've...
Well, I think you did a good thing in stopping the assassination.
I'm glad you all seem to be taking this kindly. It's not a story we tell to just anyone, but I trust you since you are friends of our friends. Well, one day the children may know, but for now, I want them to live a peaceful life here. It's a new start. I hope that when they grow up, they can learn to be kinder people than we were. Yeah. Is that all you wanted to ask? Vanity turns to you, Ilphriina. Essentially now, the party is over. They're just kind of like chilling here, they're living down here, and well, if you are going to explore the other parts of the city, Vanity and Honesty will just stay here. If you have nothing else to ask, this would be the official goodbye to them. But well, maybe you still have some other questions. So from what you can tell, these activities, their activities, from what Vince has explained, has been going on just since the last decade or so. He doesn't know if it's exactly the start of when that has been happening, but yeah, it's been around a decade of activities like that, for happenings like that. Any other questions, Ilphriina?
Vanity. Did the goblins that held you captive ever say where they came from, or if they were taking you somewhere?
Well, I honestly tried to forget a lot of it, but they all kept mentioning this this mistress of sorts. They weren't really saying that they were taking me anywhere. Rather, they were waiting for someone. Like, she tries to recall it. Whenever they mentioned offering of sorts, it was like whoever these goblins were praying to was a real person that comes to give them offerings and won them over through won them towards devotion. I don't know who this person ever was, though. It seems whoever these goblins were, they don't know too much as well. I don't know too much. From what I can tell, though, they were waiting for someone else to take me, but fortunately, well, you guys were there. That means the warg is in danger. Oh, that is... I guess so. Yeah. The goblins were waiting. They were just preparing Vanity to be... We need to go back. No, someone's gonna take the warg. That's what Vanity knows. It seems whoever this gracious one was is a real person? Question mark? Though, Vanity explains. Yeah, I don't know much about them. All I know is that I assume it was a statue they were praying to, which is kind of creepy, like a statue of someone like that.
Actually, just wondering, but did Vanity ever touch the statue?
No, it seems she was just tied up next to it from what you can tell.
Alright, just making sure.
Someone else did touch the statue, though.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did you touch the statue?
You asked that to Vanity? No, I did everything I could so that I wouldn't sleep next to it.
Well, I did.
And
What did the statue feel like?
it felt necrotic.
Oh,
It hurted.
It hurt. And I said, dark magic and whatever.
I guess now would be a good time to share to the party that your eyes also glue when you did that.
That's new information to you, Reef.
Yeah.
What?
the eyes of the statue glowed?
No,
Reef.
Reef's eyes.
Oh. Does your eyes
Huh?
always glow, Reef?
Yeah, is that normal?
Is it? We roll a-
IDONT ... No.
I do NT ... No. I mean, I do NT ... What? Human?
Should we have dragged the statue to over here?
I don't think that's possible.
Wait, my eyes glowed.
Are you sure you're human?
I'm human.
Can humans do magic?
He's a fraud!
He's a fraud! Can humans do magic? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, anyone can really do magic if they really put their effort
Oh.
into it. And I guess the question is, can Reef do magic?
Can you do magic, Reef?
No.
Oh.
You guys over at Syklos got any, like, magic for dummies?
I don't know any
starters?
magic.
Well,
Huh.
light and casting some light is one of the most basic magics out there. Like, if Reef has some magical potential inside him, it could just be the spell he's naturally learned. But well, that's something we usually learn, unless your magic is innate to you, like Via's is. And it's pretty unlikely to just cast just randomly know how to cast a spell.
And that's true.
I somehow know the writings on the statue, though.
What did it say? So what did the writing on statue say?
Well, it said the Gracious One is coming.
No, that's not ominous, alright?
But I don't know the language at all.
You know, now that I think about it, that's actually very good research material for you two, so we should have probably brought it.
Yeah. I didn't really think too deep about it.
And it would have been weird to explain to customs why we're carrying an entire statue.
I'm a
It would
merchant.
be.
It's merchandise.
Someone wanted decoration on their front lawn.
Well, it's a statue, so I don't think it's going anywhere. Maybe you can go back another time. It would make a good project if another assignment comes along.
Maybe.
Yeah. It would be another several days to and back.
Probably.
Put a pin on it. Vince asks you guys,
Mhm.
is there any chance you think it's the same one? Well, he only knew it as what Primrose, or their leader, once called it, the Lady of Grace, but it's a different enough
You-
sounding name, but yeah.
Wait, what was it called? Lady what?
Yeah, he knew of the patron that their old leader
Leaders.
once got their magic from was called the Lady of Grace, but you saw it in the writing as the Gracious One. He asked you guys if you think it's the same one.
I mean, there
Oh.
certainly is a root word in there.
Have you ever seen, or maybe a picture, or read about the Lady of Grace at all in your time?
No, whenever Primrose was talking about it, she would always do so in private. None of us were the magical kind. Only she was gifted with the arcane power from whatever this power was.
Did she
we
ever
got access to it.
describe the Lady of Grace?
Well, no, from what I could tell, they were never in physical contact.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, does a crying angel statue can't ring any bells?
I'm unsure. Could be anything.
Hmm.
Pine speaks up a bit. I hid my own sense of the statue and concluded it was magical through some sort of transmutation, but I could not perceive much else there. It was something revealable by detect magic.
Well, the one time that I didn't do it.
I'm
God
sorry, I
damn it.
left before I even could do anything.
I mean, you have detect magic.
I don't.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, some general transmutation and actually, Not one kind says transmutation. Kiki, I want Kiki, I want you to take a look at your gold first.
What's up with my gold?
Your Electrum coins are gone
Oh, you're fucking with me.
because they're gold now.
Oh, you know what? I'll take that. You know, that's what you do for investing and stuff. You know, you get a 200% increase.
You find your Electrum pieces nowhere to be seen, but suddenly you have gold pieces that you would never had before, and you'd notice it easily because you had barely any gold left since your last purchase.
That's 14 gold minus
Must,
14 EP. Thank you very much.
must
Oh,
be
fuck.
nice.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's also a question I have.
yes.
I was saying that's just all the question. I don't know what else to talk about. So,
Oh yeah. Does anyone else have anything
anyone
else? To say?
else?
Actually, I have another question. While you were out there, did you ever saw someone that looked a bit like me but way younger?
Like you? She looks towards you. I mean, one of the Drow elves. Assuming you
Well,
nod and
minus
say,
the arm in the voice box.
Not that I can say. I was only really talking with the goblins. If it was anyone, if anyone else was there, they would have been way before me. Really need to take a shit. But it does give you a little confirmation though that Vanity was there. Whoever was gonna take Vanity was waiting for her. Vanity just assumes that if anyone else was taken, it would have been before her. She has not seen anyone resembling the person you described. We have a shit mentioned every session. But yeah,
How about a group of
Vanity
2
doesn't-
people called Deft Strike? Does that ring any bells?
That's strike. I mean, maybe I've heard of them once or twice. As a bard, we have often gotten tales of adventurers and collected them and sung them for coin, though. I'll actually roll. I'd say that is yes. Second chance. Yeah, I believe I might have heard of them before. They're just 2 members, though. Like, relatively a small adventuring party. I never really knew them for anything spectacular. What about them?
They're not to be trusted.
Oh, well. I suppose I'll take your word for it then. I don't know if I've personally met them, though. Alright then. That's all she seems to know. Sorry I couldn't help more. I was just a bit more focused on trying not to die to ritualistic sacrifice. Or whatever they were doing there. I'm glad I got out. Thank you for that, by the way. However, Ilphriina, exhaustion is another way of finding clues. Knowing that there has been a force of these goblins that are what you can presume to be kidnapping people and offering them to their gracious one for a thing that you do not know what they do with, it gives you motivation to continue your search, to gain inspiration. Yes, but it seems this lead has run into a dead end. they've told you all they know. But it is close. Maybe Vandy turns to Vince. You really not have any clue where Primrose went. No. She might be out there or she might be dead for all I know. If this Lady of Grace is the same as something you've been searching for, there may be a chance, yes. But I do not know. She was captured by the city's clergy, but the rest I don't know.
Well, in the very case that the Lady of Grace might be back, please do stay safe over here, okay?
Very well. Hopefully it's not anything too bad. The guards will protect us, I'm sure. This is of information, boy. Yeah. As a DM, I will just say you've probably exhausted all of they know.
I mean, considering that they are seemingly held captive by the clergy, would reporting the incident with the statue be of interest to any of you, to the clergy?
Heinz raises. It could be something to take to the Church of the 12. I would be going there to register as part of the summit.
Alright, so there's that.
Yeah. The church is in the inner district, whereas Trixie would be taking you all anyway. That'd be something that the friends will lead. Next place to go is the church. And it's in the inner district where Trixie wants to go to meet her father anyway.
Well, I think this is a good time for us to probably head out.
Who's Primrose?
Alright, you were in the bathroom the entire time. So, nothing else? Are we heading out?
I think it's good for us to head out if no one else has any other questions.
Enjoy the rest of the city.
Thank you for the lovely performance. And it was nice meeting everyone.
If you ever meet again, who knows? If you come to Aram, I'll be glad to give you a discount for anything.
Oh, that's splendid. I'll very well take that. Money signs. Her name is Van.
Mm-hmm.
We're long lost cousins.
And if more news of your adventures ever runs wild, or runs around, we'll be sure to sing them. Planning on traveling out already? Not yet. We'll be staying here for a while. Well then, you're all good people. Is there any name we ought to call you all? Alright, adventuring names. Do you all have one?
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Strixie answers, and, well, it was never really something to discuss. Our contract with them is really only one procurement mission and an escort mission. From what I can tell, none of them were really a group before this.
Mm-hmm.
World of Syklos. But if you all would want to continue working together after our contracts have been settled, it'll be something for you all to work on. But yeah, I'm sure you all will have Via and my support.
Mm-hmm.
The five.
It's not so long.
You mean the 4?
Yeah, Via's not there yet.
Via's not a
Via has
Via's not a
does not.
adventure.
No, she's just a broke student with Strixie. She has yet to join your party. She's technically still your boss.
Syklos? Fire, water, earth. Fire, water, earth, air.
You see, Vi, this is gonna be a very long decision. It's gonna be 1 hour.
Okay, you don't have to decide it now. It's just the first time you've been asked this question. But it's something that's now placed in your mind. Oh yeah. I mean, the other examples you've known are Death Strike, and the other one that was planning on, that Kynes was planning on hitching a ride with was called Steel Wind, I'm pretty sure. Earth, Wind, and Fire. You don't have to decide on this now. I guess.
Chicken butt.
Chicken chop. I mean, Reef, you chicken butt. And we're
Oh my
different colors.
fucking God.
What does that mean? We live in a chrome. We are not polychrome. That's the Strixhaven party's name.
Oh no.
We are not polychrome. That name worked because the universities were all color-coded. What if we call us chat? Hey, chat! You don't have to decide on this now. We don't need to take the entire rest of the session deciding on it. Just keep it in mind. I am putting my foot down. Decide on it later. Let's move on. Anyways. So, the rest of the party is able to move on. Frick you. Frick you. I guess it's a bit meta to say, but maybe after Via has found her excuse to join the party later, that you can decide. For now, it's a bit meta to know that yet, though. But for now, yeah. Frick you, Vi, later on. Frick you. I'd give you inspiration for that if you didn't already have it.
I'm just way too inspired.
Frick you, Vi. Anyways, the party name. Who has? I think everyone has inspiration now with Scott rescuing the kid and Ilphriina getting clues to her backstory. Everyone has inspiration now, other than Kynes, I suppose. You could give it to Kynes.
I feel like Kynes still with us.
I'm more willing.
Kynes is just patiently waiting for you guys to get to the end. He's just kind of calmly.
Yeah, let's not keep the nice man waiting. Let's all get going.
Yeah.
It's
Reef
all
gets
these
Reef
struggles.
gets inspiration every long rest, so he is functionally a human. But
Let's get through the session that Vi planned, so
this
then
was-
I can go to
this-
sleep
yeah,
again.
This was you guys.
That was supposed to be the ending, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
of the campfire and everything. I was like, I feel like this should have been here. We should have gone here at the end of the session.
But- I mean, it's a city. Exploration is free. I don't control every single place you go to first. And before. But yeah.
But the fact that it was a campfire, I was like, I got an inkling feeling that I want to see last place we visit.
That's fine. It's a city. Exploring is free.
I'm sorry you went any percent speedrun.
Oh wait. Yeah, the path was
We're
supposed
just
to be
no. It's not speed. We're just doing it backwards. We're doing the session backwards. You know.
Eventually, they do say goodbye.
Yes, eventually we'll be back on the carriage ride again.
As you get further into the city and along the road that... I should probably also change back to the city music. You are free to chat further as I bring back the music I forgot. I do have another point that counts as the ending. So there's multiple things that can happen in this location, so it's not a big deal. Again, I said. There we go. Anyways, as you once again explore this large city, there are multiple things. A lot of street vendors try to reach out to you, like, "Oh, want this necklace? Oh, want this item?" And "Oh, want this?" And just Trixie kind of just tells you guys, "Okay, we can move along. You can just free to ignore them as long as you don't make eye contact. They won't get you to sign a deal. That's something that's probably a scam." And well, eventually you guys reach here though. However, as you get here, you do see a crowd that seems to be much larger than the rest, as what seems to be a merchant stall that's caught the attention of a lot of people. I'm burning my coins with my life. Gotcha! As you can see, what seems to be what what would be
Oh my
what would be the
god.
music for this? As as you can see, a crowd of people seem to be gathering around this merchant, not just a merchant stall, a whole platform on the well with a whole machine behind her, as as uh as a very charismatic looking merchant seems to call to the resident, "Come one, come all. That I'm sure you've had your Well, guess who decided to play a man, Azii?
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's a very unfortunate male to female ratio in this party.
Yeah, Azii's gonna unfortunately be stuck as a man with in a,
I'm
So,
just saying, Ozzy, if you die as a character, you can reincarnate.
Yeah, you could play as a new, female character.
I mean,
name.
you can just die and get the reincarnate spell, and reincarnate gives you a new body. Someone kill me. Anyways, yeah, I volunteer as tribute. Anyways, the charismatic merchant, calls to the party and just says, "Come one, come all. I'm sure you've had your look. Jewelry over there, clothing over another stall, but I promise you, the sights to be held here, nothing
What's
like
that
you've
robe?
seen before." As you can see, a very shiny robe and some couple items on display. You see what seems to be, it doesn't take much for you to identify you that this one is not like the other merchant, because those goods are clearly magical. Apart from the glowing orb and the huge machine of randomness that seems to be I'm going in that seems to be displayed on, there seems to be other items on stall and
Can Via also go and Via's like, ooh, what are those items?
let's go gambling. And over here, and you, my good sir, would you like to buy a patch from one of this many?
Why, yes.
Well then, may I interest you, sir, in our premier item that none have gotten their hands on yet. You see, this item.
For a shiny cape, it looks really ugly.
Well, the ugliness of it is not.
Oh, I did not. I did by me.
Yes.
Via did not say that. It's like no.
Well, she
did
says
not
that
say
herself.
that.
She says that.
I said okay.
Yeah, she says that herself. While it may not look the most fashionable, I assure you, it is quite fortunate to have one. She pulls out a patch from it, and this patch from it looks to be a treasure chest. As she drops this patch on the ground, you see that patch turn into a whole chest. And when she opens that chest, there is gold inside the treasure chest.
Whoa! Via's eyes just go ka-ching.
Fortunately, that sample has now been taken by me. However, if you purchase this robe, I may be able to cut you a deal. As among its various patches are several useful items. I will just tell the party now. This is an uncommon item. I always wanted. This seems Stella knows what this item is. It's called the Robe of Useful Items. I'll just forward you guys what the item does right now. This is what it. This is what it is. It is the Robe of Useful Items. This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colors covering it. While wearing the robe, you can take a magic action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature that it represents. And it otherwise would become an ordinary robe once you have already. It has 2 of each of the items listed here. However, it also has additional patches that it could come with if you buy it. Some of those will be determined randomly because I'm a fun DM. including these. And it seems that the pack of patch she pulled out was the treasure chest worth 500 gold.
I love gotcha.
But, well, she introduces it first as something to be bought. You first have
How
to
much?
buy it. 250 gold. It is currently on discount.
How much?
250 gold.
Oh, that's the discount.
That's already discount.
I also could not give a discount on top of that discount because it's magical. So like
Use your gems. If you buy it, you will roll 4d4, and you can get up to 4 to 16 items from that 1d100 list.
Oh my god.
Apart from those, she's also selling some common items. What you can see here, what seems to be a magical coin, a magical ring, and a magical perfume bottle.
Do we know what they do, or is she gonna tell us what they do?
Well, she will demonstrate.
Okay.
She will pull a lever. She will pull a lever on this. 92. Oh, she gets the window. And well, she places it down, and suddenly there's a window here now.
What?
It just flops on the ground because there's nothing to attach it to.
There's a window.
There's just a window there now. What are the other items? You can see there on the. You can see there. It's here. You can check there, or just have this on the screen. There we go. You have to buy in it though. You have to buy into it. Command defenestrate. It costs 250 gold to buy, but who knows? If you're lucky, you could just win 500 gold back.
You put the people who are most susceptible to gambling in a
Yes.
situation where they gamble.
Yes, it does cost 250 gold though. You have to buy it in. The results that you could get from the randomness table are a bag of 100 gold, a bag of 100 copper, an iron door that you can just place down, and there's a door now, a set of artisan tools of your choice, a 24 feet long wooden ladder, a whole horse, an open pit that you can just place on the ground, and there's a hole in the ground now, 4 healing potions, a portable ram for bashing things down, a spell scroll that can be level 1, 2, or 3, 2 dogs, like just actual dogs, a window, and the Brig Daddy Grand Prize, the treasure
Wait,
chest
we can
worth 500 gold.
We could get Dorothy Jr.
Yep. Yeah, that was a mastiff. Yes. Yes, Shiena had a mastiff in another campaign.
Well, it wasn't me, but who was it that
Party.
adopted Dorothy Jr.? Yeah, it was a party, but yeah.
It was a party in general, yeah.
Can we at least
so
do an
that-
insight check?
Yes.
Wait, did she not tell us what's on the table? The items on the tables, or
She tells us what. Yeah, you know what the items on the table are. You
what
just-
are
you-
the items on the table?
I've been saying all of them.
I'm
On the
doing
table?
an
Those 3
insight check
items?
with advantage.
Yeah, it's the ones on the table. It's the one on the pinned message.
Wait, which
Yeah.
one is them on the list?
It's random.
I don't see coins on here though.
BP, GP, 500 GP.
Oh wait, those
Gold
2
pieces.
large coins on a table is just gold. There's literally just gold coins.
Those are different things she's selling.
No, I'm talking about the stuff on the table then.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, she explains what these are.
It's on the table.
I was mentioning I was mentioning the randomness table. The
Okay.
other items that she's selling seem to be a magical perfume bottle, magical earring, and a magical coin.
Does
Just
she
one
explain
single.
what they are, or
Well, you can ask.
what are the items on the table, miss?
I am glad you asked, young girl. These items might interest you as well. She explains it. The first one is a 50 GP worth perfume of bewitching. It's a perfume that if you spray it on yourself, you have advantage on persuasion and deception checks for 1 whole hour.
Oh,
The next one is an earring of message worth 35 GP. It's an earring that contains the message cantrip. It's wireless communication. The next one is a rival coin. Once per day, you can flip it. If you are lucky, you can damage an enemy. If you are unlucky, you damage yourself. It is also 25 it is also worth 25 GP. I will forward the items in this chat if you want to see them. You know their full description, and it's these items. Here's the earring of message. That's worth the earring is worth 35. Here is the rival coin. It depicts two figures on its sides, the symbol of the wizard and the symbol of the sorcerer. And the last one is the perfume of the witch. You can read what those do.
Yeah, I used one gem. I believe we don't have the Chrysoberyl anymore.
Just make sure that nobody ever duplicated a gem. Like I'm trusting you guys to not double sell a gem on. Exactly 250 GP. You could just trade in the gems. You guys know.
Not just a question, but the earring of message spell is still limited by the message spell distance, right?
Yes.
Which I think is it 200 or 100?
120.
Oh, 120.
That's the spell on the earring. It's pretty useful for talking to someone if you don't want to seem like you're talking to them, or they're a bit too far away, and maybe you're on a stealth mission where you need to communicate, or someone needs to say an emergency like "Get me out of here."
I put the message spell. Is it only one way?
Look at what you can cast the spell. The target can reply in a whisper. Yes, it's two-way.
Oh, okay.
But once you cast the message and they reply, that's the spell. It's gone. If you want to talk to them again, it's another casting of the spell. But this earring contains, since it's a cantrip, it contains 5 charges. You can cast message through the earring 5 times per day, which is plenty enough, probably.
Wait, I thought it was an action. Oh, yeah, okay.
It is an action. You can casting it as an action.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, you could go gambling.
Alright, so I think it's very funny to have the lucky feat and then have the rival coin. That's all I'm saying.
I'll allow it. Yeah, the rival coin is actually pretty useful. It's more funny than it is useful. That's why it's only 25 GP. Because
Yeah.
one of the best use for the rival coin is probably if you flip it and it lands on heads, and you could presumably would be using it in combat. It's kind of like a vicious mockery, basically.
Oh. And is it a free action?
It's a whole action. It's not the most useful item.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just funny, but
It is funny.
It is funny. I just put it there because why not? Sure. Okay, so what's the gambling route? The gambling route is just that you buy the robe of useful items. Whoever buys it rolls 4d4, and that's how many spins you get on the wheel of additional patches.
You have to buy the robe in order to spin?
Yeah, because it's only usable once it's attached to the robe.
Oh,
The robe is what's giving it the magic.
I see.
And
Okay.
she already pulled out one of the patches that was 500 GP worth of treasure chest, so that's not on the robe anymore. You have to win it again. Again, the robe already contains some items inside of it. It already has some useful items, so even if you roll really badly, you still have these items inside. It has some lanterns, some daggers, some mirrors, a couple 10-foot poles, some rope, and some sacks. But yeah.
I have 35,
Mhm.
but I feel like I'm buying a coin.
I feel you want to buy it.
Yeah, I failed my inside check, so I feel responsible, and I think I have to buy a coin.
I trust myself with the coin. Yeah, sure, you can just buy the coin and we don't have to take an interaction. Okay, QQ wants the rival coin. Yeah, don't worry, this is not derailing the session. It's the city. There are merchants in the city. I want there to at least be one merchant you can interact with.
I like to buy the earring, but I'm poor, so I can't.
Just remember you can flirt with talent. Yep.
What?
Did you not notice who this is?
No. What?
No, I immediately clocked it.
Yeah, it's just a reference.
Oh,
A suave merchant. I can give you all 25 GP.
Since I'm not contributing on this, I'm fine
Reef,
without
how
getting
much
anything.
gold do you have?
From what I checked, the party has, if they want to collect their money, enough to buy the robe. It's just a matter of who's spending the money to contribute.
Yeah, I'm not contributing, so I'm fine not getting any of the rewards.
Yeah, it's just up to you guys who's pulling in the money.
I mean, is the robe worth it to
It's,
get all the?
I mean-
it doesn't come with all the stuff in the randomizer.
but it does come with 4d4 amount of them. And 4d4, this might, sorry for stealing your luck, but this is an example. You could roll 7 times, and that's low. Like, I've tested it, and the average is around, like, 12 rolls. So there's the bad luck gone. Okay, so the bad luck is gone. I took the bad luck roll, so...
That's true. All right, guys. Do you want to pull, or do you want to buy stuff?
Yeah, but it's true. If you get the
I guess
3%...
it's true. If we get a chest, yeah, it
Yeah,
is free money.
The chest is a 3% chance, but you can get anywhere from 4 to 16 rolls. So, like, think about it. And there's also the roll that gives you 100 gold. That's 1 to 8. There's an 8% chance you could get back 100 gold.
All right, Via's gonna do calculations in her head. Like, okay, we get enough money. I might be able to pay back my student debt too.
And who knows, maybe you roll treasure chest 10 times.
Oh wait, that's. I have. Via has 24 gold.
Come one, come now.
Yeah, Via broke.
Tomorrow you will not see me again. This is your one chance to get it. She does the whole merchant. Buy now. I'll get 27.
Wait, so are we all gonna pull for the robe, or are we just gonna not do it?
The coin.
Yes, I'll pull for the robe. Okay. Then we can do that.
Sure to mark off the gold on your sheets. I'm just saying this now. I'm trusting you guys to keep accurate track of your money. I don't want to have to track your money for you.
Wait, how much do we have in right now? We have 33.
This
Azii.
is too entertaining.
Okay, so we only need 25. I have only 24, so I need to put in one more gold in.
Oh, Reef is putting one more. Pull in 25 too.
Okay, so
I'm math.
Wait, hold on. We'll do this. Hold on. So Stella is putting 33. How much was Reef putting in? Wait, what? Oh, 25 each?
Yeah.
There's 4 of us, 25. Is it only 100? How much was the robe? I thought the robe was 250.
It is 250.
Yeah, it is 200.
So only. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I can't put 25. I can only put 24 because that's only how much I have. So
You guys are making me.
You know what?
Reef
I'm
has
fine with
so-
adding 1 gold.
Kiki's gonna
No,
contribute with
we're a
1
party
gold.
here.
And also,
We're
like,
party.
you guys are gonna get paid by Strixie's father. She says he's gonna pay you.
That's true. Strixie will pay you guys as well. They're not gonna be paying me though.
There we go. I already deducted 1 gold. I'm such a nice
Okay, I
person.
deducted 24. So Reef,
You're
you don't
such a
have
nice
to.
person.
Reef only had to do 25. Reef doesn't.
I
need
swear
to
to
do
fucking god, if you guys roll a 4.
One.
Who wants to do the rolling? Who wants to do the rolling?
That's a lucky
On average, it should be
QQ
10.
rolls?
QQ.
Okay, QQ, you roll.
Oh, no, I'm not shouldering this responsibility. Who has to
No, you
power-
only contributed 1 coin, so you had to do. You had
have
to
the best
take
luck.
responsibility for the rest
4D4.
to make up.
4D4.
Fucking hell.
You buy the
Oh,
robe.
God.
How many patches do you get?
Let's go, QQ. Let's go.
I fucking warned you guys. I fucking warned you.
Guidance.
It's not guidance, Dad. Guidance applies on skill checks.
Yeah, that's a 20.
Inspiration.
No,
Hey, if we're paying that much, we deserve a reroll.
A reroll.
Yeah, we deserve a reroll for all the gold that we spent.
I want.
I can't do
Fine.
inspiration. It's
I'll
not
give you
one
guys-
for one.
I'll give you guys a boon. An inspiration for every D4 you want to reroll.
all of them.
Then 4
Okay.
inspirations.
Okay, I'm giving.
I'm
my-
giving.
I'll
Give me-
give my inspiration.
Yeah,
I'm
mine's
giving
gonna
mine.
reset anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also a half elf, so I will just get it back like after a long
Well,
rest or something.
I'm stealing
Let's-
Pac-Kane's inspiration.
Mhm.
Imagine this
Sure.
told- Imagine this goes worse.
Okay.
My fuck.
That okay. That's the
I mean,
last.
it is
That's
better
the
than
last.
last time.
That's the last
No
chance I give.
No
It
way.
is technically better than last time.
It's better. I'm so.
Okay.
Please,
Then-
please, the chest. At least the chest.
Then
Chest.
okay, let's do this one by one.
Okay.
6
Can we all
rolls
get-
on the D100. 6 rolls on the D100. Who wants to roll first?
Well,
I should go last.
Alright,
if you want.
Via will. Oh,
Via-
okay.
Oh, Via. Oh,
Oh,
26. That is, you get Artisan's Tool.
no,
Nice.
that's useless.
okay.
No, it
good.
isn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like the
just
gold would
give
be
it to
much
me.
better, right?
Okay, but we need to like calm
We
down.
need money. we want money
we
back.
need the money. Okay,
26.
hold on. This is how you
Okay.
do
48. That is a horse.
it? Wait,
You got the horse.
the horse is okay. I
No,
can sell the horse.
No.
You can
I can
sell
sell
the
the horse.
Who's
Okay,
next?
I'll go next. I'll go next.
I love this item.
Please, please, please. We need like what, 90 something?
81. That is a spell scroll.
Oh.
Ew.
I'll,
mean,
I'll
you-
trade you my
okay,
horse
I'll-
for it.
I'll tell you that the spell scroll, you do not know what it is until you pull it.
Okay.
Got it. The treasure is 97 to 100.
21.
What's
An
that?
iron door.
So
Oh my
close!
fucking god.
And how many is that now?
I think that's 4.
Four, yeah.
No,
You
hold
got
on.
a door.
1, 2. No, that's
It's
3.
still the
We're
door.
halfway there.
Is that
That's
3?
3.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3. Okay, 3 more.
Who hasn't pulled yet? Oh, roll.
Mhm.
Who hasn't
Who
rolled
trust, who trust their pulls?
Okay.
yet? Oh, Q.
Swear to God, imagine if
Your
I get...
turn.
Okay, never mind.
62. That is 4 potions of healing.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
good.
take it.
Yeah.
Okay, you should save that, and then whenever you go to Eladovia, you're gonna get.
Again, as a reminder, these only exist as patches. So they only exist once you pull them out of the road.
No, we have
One
2
more.
more. We
Yeah.
have 2 more.
And that was the 4th.
2.
Who's
One.
doing?
Wait, I count 1.
I can't
2,
count.
3. Yeah, well,
Wait.
1 more.
One more.
Really want 1,
Wait, let me double.
2, 3,
26, 48,
5.
then
Yeah,
81,
one more.
then 21, then 62. Yeah, one more. Last roll.
Oh, I can't
Cool,
count,
cool.
never mind.
What's the
Oh
better
my
Let's
God,
do
one?
we're
that. Who had the
Guys,
highest? Who had
No,
the
I
lowest?
tested this like
Oh, yeah.
10
Scott?
times myself.
Oh, I had the highest. Okay, wait.
Like, I personally
Azii?
tested this 10 times myself, and I got the 500 GP chest like 7
You
out
know
of 10 times.
You know what, Vi? Since you're saying it like that way, why don't you do the
Do you want
five-
me to roll? Do you want
Yeah.
me to roll for you?
do the
fine.
Yeah,
final roll?
why don't you try rolling?
Okay, sure.
Please.
The
Please,
DM
please,
rolls.
Please.
Ah,
51.
middle of the road,
You
Jesus.
forsaken
Another-
us. A what?
Another horse.
How much is a horse? How much is a horse? We can sell it.
Yeah, I was thinking, right? How much
Yeah,
is
we
the
can sell the
horse?
horse.
How much does a horse sell for?
Peter, the horse is here.
It's a riding horse, so that is
Oh, you can ride it even better.
75 GP worth.
Oh.
Wait, how
Oh
many
my!
horses
You know
do we
what? That's not
We
bad.
have 2 horses. We have 2 horses, and we sell both horses.
I mean,
We have like
selling
100
selling
150
selling something
gold.
is Shiena. Selling something is half the price it's worth.
Oh.
Shit.
So what? This is like around 35,
But hey, you have a
35,
horse.
36.
Okay, can everyone note down everything you got from the list?
Oh yeah. I could put in
Put
the
it in
campaign.
campaign.
notes or
Put it in
something.
campaign.
Yeah.
Artisan's
robe
tools, 2
of
horses.
use.
Oh, and
Useful.
don't
I'll-
forget
I'll-
to include the
Also, yeah. I'll
the
also,
riding saddle.
The ridings. Yeah, they also have saddles. Yes.
And
Yeah. You know, I was so worried because I was getting like 12s and 14s when I was rolling by myself. And
we should
well,
have
I
like
guess
reset the bot.
reset the bot.
We should have done
Why
that
did you
before
guys
Zero
had
rules, you know?
the person who contributed 1 gold and already used up all their luck earlier?
Unfortunately, gambling didn't pay off. There's a 100 there. There's a
This
90.
There's
There's a
only
98,
one.
a 97, a 99. There's a lot of.
Actually,
Wow.
just wondering, did I actually get like the most expensive item, considering that potions of healing are like what?
Yeah, potions of healing are 50 GP each, so that's actually
Oh my
200
fucking
GP
god.
worth of potions.
Hey,
We actually had a net positive. This is not me coping, this is a net
Yeah,
positive.
That's why. What am I supposed? I don't know. It's a magical door that you can place down, and if there was a hole there, it's suddenly closed off with a door now. I don't know. Play Minecraft or something.
Yeah, it's okay. We can use the door to
Also,
breathe underwater.
Important
That's
question.
6 iron ingots.
I guess you can break the door down for metal for crafting, I suppose. But also, who keeps the robe?
I already have clothes.
Via's already wearing a robe.
Via's already wearing a robe. Scots is wearing a robe. Kiki has fancy clothes. Ilphriina or Reef, I guess, who doesn't have a
Reef could wear a robe.
all of the person who can actually wield these patches is the one keeping the robe. You just have to ask it from them. Do you want it, Ilphriina?
I mean, Stella was the one that's more, ecstatic about the robe.
Yeah.
Imagine
Let's
we give
go.
it to fucking Keynes and then he shows up to the summit to the worst fucking grip.
Okay, it's in the magic items chat. So you're gonna look right there. Summon the horse. You have 2 horses that you can do whatever with. I mean, hey, it's a horse with 60 feet.
I have an idea. We start a ranch. We breed.
We start a ranch.
We can
Horse
sell
racing!
them.
Well, I mean,
Horse
Scott is a farmer.
I'm not a rancher.
He's a plant dad.
What's the plant?
Oh.
I mean,
So
you can,
farmers has horses and cows and animals stuff too.
yeah, you can mine, you can craft some wooden planks, you can build a building, and you have an iron door you can use.
We can sell horse race. We can breed the horses. We can sell their babies and sell their future babies.
Are you gonna become a horse breeder? Upgraded from farmer to horse breeder.
I'm just glad we
Yes.
got potions.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 healing potions.
Not-
That's
honestly, pretty good.
positive.
It was only 250 gold, so you basically got 4 potions
Plus
and a lot
also
of freebies.
4 inspirations, 250 gold plus 4 inspirations
Yeah.
for this
Where-
row.
I'm gonna reset my inspiration soon,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I mean, let's just hope you. Let's just. Like,
We
what
could
did you guys
have
think?
done
I was
better.
like, see.
We could have.
That's still below average. 9 is below average.
I mean, isn't 9 is below? The average is like 10, I think.
yeah, the
Yeah.
average is 10.
2.5 is the
2.5,
average. Of the
yeah.
yeah.
Man, we are really unlucky today with our rolls, huh?
No,
So
I just used up all of mine.
Yeah, you used up all your good rolls.
yeah, the patches stick onto the cloak or the robe, and I guess Ilphriina has the robe of useful items now,
And I have the
Yeah.
rival coin.
and you have the rival coin. Ah, dang it!
Oh, dang it.
I mean, there's still other items that she's selling. She is also a merchant, so if you have anything to trade, you can do.
We can't get our money back.
we can get our money back.
You want. Otherwise, yeah, you got the robe, you got a rival coin, the potion of bewitching and ear message are just left there on the selling table, and yeah, give her the robe back. I mean,
Right.
maybe you can beg for buying extra patches.
We are good customers. Let's beg. Aid it.
Let's beg.
Who wants to beg?
Actually, you know what? I can think of doing some funny things with the coin.
Hey,
With the
merchant,
rifle.
can you haggle?
No, I can only haggle for
haggle.
non-magical items.
Damn. Okay, so who's going to beg?
Can I exchange a patch or two for my leather? Leather. I'll say this now, since she is a trader of magical, the thing she would trade with, magical item.
You know what the funny thing is? That leather armor is currently infused by me.
You wanna trick her?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it is
I'm-
possible.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, let's try
I'm
it.
not gonna say it'd be easy either. But I'm not gonna say no.
Let's try it.
I'm just saying I have another lucky
Hey.
point.
Buy the potion, buy the perfume of bewitching, have advantage on the deception checks, and sell her back.
Oh, I don't
Net-
need.
Net loss.
I don't need to buy it. I can just use my lucky point.
That is true.
I have one more. Hold on. What's my deception? That's a +2. Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't have. Oh wait a second.
Guidance.
Could I possibly
can I
use?
can I help him? My deception is a +3 instead.
Oh wait.
Shiena, I want to ask you: do you want to lie and scam a merchant?
No, Mia does not want to do that.
Yeah.
Mia
Shiena-
would, but Shiena would, but I'm not a character in there, so
Also, you're in your uniform. That's not.
I
That
am in
is
my
true.
uniform, so I can't do that. I can't do that.
Heinz is also with.
One other thing is that I don't know this lady from like any of my merchant guilds, right?
Probably not. She's a bit more mysterious of a type.
Yeah. Want to seem like it. Why did you guys give me this idea? How dare you?
I mean, can we not do a persuasion instead?
No,
Make an argument.
No, we're consciously trying to deceive her. That's kind of you guys know that it's infused and that I can remove the infusion at any point in time.
Well, does anyone else want to? Does anyone else have a better deception modifier that can help QQ?
I got 0.
Oh,
The best people with charisma here are QQ and you.
oh God!
Oh god.
You two are literally the only best people for lying. And neither of you have deception proficiency, I think, so no helping.
You know what, QQ? My not QQ, sorry, Red. My best advice is you to deceive Via into her helping you.
No.
You can't. You have to have proficiency and a skill to help someone with it.
Yeah,
Are you
that's kind
proficient in
of thing.
deception?
I don't have this. I don't have proficient in deception.
Yeah,
That's
you,
sad.
you can't
And,
help
like-
with lying.
And like even then, lucky feet, I could just advantage. I'm just not sure if there's something I want to do. Oh, fucking dog.
Bark, bark,
Bark, bark.
bow, bow.
I mean, like, Ilphriina can do it on their own. I'm just saying. You don't need my presence since you're the one wearing the armor.
It's 12:48.
Yeah, it
Spending
is.
an hour just to haggle.
Why are we spending an hour on gambling? What is this?
Hour? Yeah.
Why?
I mean, you already got the items.
That is true. I should not be doing this.
Not scam.
Yeah, we just lost
Fake.
it.
No,
We're
we
cool.
didn't.
Yeah,
we
let's-
didn't
let's-
lose. We didn't
Yeah.
lose. We got a net positive.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is a
we
net
got-
positive.
That is true.
It was statistically unlikely for you guys to get a net negative out of that. But it's just you didn't get the 500 cheap.
That's the thing. Winners.
We got
I
two
mean,
horses.
We
We won.
did get 2 horses.
90% of gamblers lose before they win.
It's like-
yeah.
That's like 360 from the horses and the potions alone.
Yeah, let's get going. I am.
Yeah.
Now that I mentioned
Yeah,
time,
I-
I'm tired.
I do have a point where I can get
No.
nice. Eventually, as you walk forward and aim and go with the aim of heading to the church, eventually there's no map for it, but eventually you guys find yourself at the gate to the noble district. However, as you get to the gate, a a loud bell sounds across the city as an announcement is made. Where are we calling these horses? We find these horses. What was it called again? Alright. Here we... A loud bell rings as the announcement is made, and people gather towards where you guys are, as up above. Okay, so like for reference, you guys are currently around here. I feel like you've reached the point beyond the first wall. A loud bell rings from the castle, watching over the city, as people gather to view what seems to be an announcement happening from up here, the fort bordering the city and the castle, as a few figures seem to make themselves known. I will just do this. You guys see just above an announcement being made. That's not. Can I put the map again? There it is. As up at the fort, an announcement is being made. Hey, hi.
Why does this map look so evil looking?
Yeah, I could not find a map that is an overlooking castle fort thing. I could only find this one.
So
It's not supposed to be
eerie.
evil and smoky.
I see.
It's not
I
supposed to be
see.
like that, but it's a
Okay.
cool looking map. The vibe of it was just kind of off, but I couldn't find a better.
I see.
It's not supposed to be spooky.
Got it.
It's also supposed to be daytime still, but again, no fitting map for it. But yeah, as an announcement is being made over from what you could see to be what seen for is are the figures of what seem to be royal-looking individuals. A large announcement is currently undergo, as from what looks like, even at a very far distance, you can identify what seems to be an old-looking man. People across the city seemingly bow towards him as you see a regal-looking crown atop his head of white hair, as the current king of Fion descends to make an announcement. As, here it's time. With loudly projecting voices through some magic that you could not identify, or probably some form of thaumaturgy or sorts. Yeah, basically that. There's no screens, but there are some. There is a projected voice. Yes. All right, let's start. Welcome, citizens, visitors, and fellow delegates of the nations, faiths, and other bodies of the world of Syklos. But I am King Eulogimenus Deus Fion, here to welcome you to the official beginnings of a prosperous week ahead of us. It looks like President Snow. Beyond us, or before us, he isn't stuttering, that's Violet stuttering. Before us are a series of fortunate events. The Summit of Nations will commence over the following weeks inside the Holy Cathedral of Zienchel Castle. Today, we welcome you all before the closing of the gates to introduce the various delegates from the important nation of the world. Before that, I would wish to introduce you all to a special announcement, as my reign will come to an end soon. I have chosen a successor. Oh shit! I have chosen my successor, who has been raised in the humble abode of the castle. finally time for you all to know your next king. And I swear to God, I did not intentionally time this session to be alongside the election of a new pope. There are so many coincidences. Anyways, new pope. Yeah, in Fion, state and Perch and state are kind of the same thing in Fion, so this is basically kind of the announcement of a new pope as well. So yes, from Chicago too. Anyways, first, before you all, are some key figures. Among me celebrating are my children. The first son, captain of the Blue Guard, Makarios, and my daughter, the wizened scholar priest, Noah. The royal family introduced themselves. Man, I love being bi. So, that's the royal family, it seems. And one thing that you do know is that the first son is noted to be the captain of the guard, but the new king is not the first son. The second child is, well, the one known as Noah. Welcoming us as well are the important delegates from the Eladovia Confederate and the Dreyfort Empire, who have since decided to open connections with the kingdom again. I would introduce them. Before us, we have, just introducing myself, third princess, the Eladovia Empire, Saluna Moon River, and Dahlgren Goldfist of Dreyfort. They will be negotiating with me for the terms of the New World. For after 5 centuries, we have finally recovered from the Rupture. And now, I would like to introduce you, my loyal subjects, your future king, who by the end of the year will indeed take my throne. As in this case, a young-looking man walks with a delicate goldfist, walks with a delicate steps, as flanked by several rows of the Blue Guard, the royal paladins of the kingdom. He is introduced with a regal splendor, robed in the ceremonial attire of the church, and cloaked in the symbol of Fion, named after the paladin champion who once saved the city 500 years ago. Is the latest king, the third child of King Eulogimenos, as Zacharias walks forward and introduces himself, a young prince and the future king. You hear around the city echoes of claps and applause as the youngest son has been made to be the future heir. Alongside him are his siblings, the first son being the military advisor, and the daughter being, well, the religious advisor, I suppose. The political one. As soon, in news, we will enter a new age. Officially, I declare, starting at this year, we have entered the age of revival. I hope that you all see yourselves well. I'd like to turn to God for her. I mean, what? As the rest of the city stands back up in their kneeling positions, and the family goes back to the castle, continue their delegations. As soon, party then finds themselves, guys, across the border, and eventually, next time, we will pick up the world of Syklos as we enter the inner district of the Kingdom of Fion, and eventually meet with an important figure, or at least an important figure will pay you guys. How will the Summit of Nations turn out? What future lies in store for the kingdom's prosperity? Well, find out next time in the World of Syklos. time to commit regicide. And yeah, I guess that's where we're going to end the session with the announcement of future king.
Let's go.
New king.
Let's go.
And yeah, it's just that we're just in time. Yeah, RP session. And now, next time, we will see what the Noble District is all about. It does look like this. So yeah, thank you for playing. Bye, YouTube. Next session is also going to be RP heavy. Because there's still a lot of stuff we have yet to go through.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think we spent so much time getting.